Hey guys, it's Jovi and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Hope you are all having an amazing Tuesday. I had to think for a second. Hope you are all having an amazing Tuesday. Before we begin, please don't forget to like this video. Like it now because you're going to forget to like it later. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hold on. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my other social media. Follow me on my other social media platforms. I'm Jovi Beauty. I'm Jovi Beauty on all platforms. So please follow, please subscribe. And now I guess, hold on, I'm all over the place. Let me drop this intro so we can get on with this foolishness that I'm about to tell y'all about. Hey guys, so again, hey Megan, hey Mahogany, hey Jada. So look, Mahogany sent me this. Mahogany sent me this. It traumatized me, child. As soon as I didn't even finish the video. Shout out to Eloho. Eloho made a video about this earlier. I turned it on. I saw what it was about, and I decided that we're gonna talk about it here, okay? So look. Get them likes up before we even begin. Let me pull this stuff up. Okay, so there's this child. She's a child. Let me hear, you know what? Let's wait to see who make excuses for this today. Okay, let one man gonna run up in here and make excuses for this behavior. Let's see. So this girl is named Abba. Okay, she graduated from the University of Penn State. Hold on. Okay. Graduated from the University of Penn State. All the good shit, right? So she started dropping this info 8 hours ago. It's semi-viral. We might take it further. Listen. More from when he... Okay, hold up. We got to go back. We got to start from the beginning, child. Jesus, help me. So... Okay, here we go. She telling the story. Shit, this a long ass story, y'all, but we going with it. We gotta go back. Okay. Yo. Okay. This shit is going back. What is today? So she posted this 2 days ago, and she went in. Okay? She went in. Okay, so we gonna go through this shit. Oh shit, no. She went in. Hold on. Okay, here we go. I think this is where we start. All right. This is where we start. Okay, here we go. Never did forcing my child and not to suffer the consequences. Okay, there may be many triggers in this thread, so please prepare yourself for what you will read. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for this shit? All right, get your wine. Can I get me some wine, y'all? Give me like 2 minutes. This shit gonna stress me out. Hold on. I can't. It's gonna stress my whole life, y'all. Oh my gosh. Find what I'm looking for. I can't stand it, man. 1 second, y'all. Y'all ready for this bullshit? I'm ready. Let's do it. Fuck it. We ready, right? All right. Let's go. Okay. There may be many triggers in this thread, so please prepare yourself for what you will read. I ask that you please share my story because the man that has done this to me has not been arrested and will prey on others at his leisure. He has taken no responsibility for his actions. Sis, did you call the cops on him? To start off, my boyfriend at the time inserted 2 abortion pills in my vagina under the disguise of oral and digital sex the morning of February 20th, 2020. That was a couple of months ago. He put abortion pills in her when I was 17 weeks pregnant. At the time he inserted the pills, I was unaware as he covered my stomach completely with my comforter and made sure it was extremely dark in the room. He asked if he could blindfold me to spice up the sex, but I said no because I was uninterested. I immediately began to experience oh God. Y'all gonna kill me today, boy. I immediately began to experience what I later found out was side effects of the drug, a pill that doctors give women under supervision to assist in abortions or labor. This nigga. So you're going to catch a charge for trying to commit murder, okay? Because this is crazy. She could have died. The baby could have died, right? Instead of using a condom. Okay. As he lay next to me in bed after he inserted the pills, I began to have chills, then extremely terrible cramps. That then led to diarrhea and later the leaking of my water. I had assumed at the time, before my water began to leak, that I was experiencing food poisoning. Bitch. I keep telling you, stop having babies with these trash ass. That motherfucker don't put. Let me tell you something. I don't give a fuck how much he begging to splash, splash, squirt, squirt. Okay? A nigga don't put no ring on your finger. What the fuck you getting pregnant for him for? Look at these trash ass niggas. He was all good when he was busting that nut. Okay? I'm tired. So he lay next to her while she almost died, okay? I had food poisoning last week, so I know that was bad. So everything in her she started leaking. You already know that's dangerous. That's miscarriageable, okay? The night before, he had taken me to a Korean steakhouse for dinner. I assumed that the meat I made for us did not agree with me. I called my on-call OBGYN constantly that day, specifically before I began to experience leaking. They had agreed as very well could have been food poisoning. As this man laid next to me, he watched me experience what he later confirmed by my doctor to be contractions at 17 weeks pregnant. At 17 weeks pregnant, abortion pills don't, what is that? What do you call it? Over the counter, that over Plan B? This shit don't work. 17 weeks, 4, 8, 12, 4, 8, 12, 16. That's like 4.5 months. That's almost 5 months. That baby could have been born, need to be in one of them NICU stuff. But, what? Okay. He told them that we should get what? As this man lay next to me, he watched me experience what was later confirmed by my doctor to be contractions. He knew exactly what he had done and why I was experiencing what I was experiencing, and watched me sit in pain and confusion because he don't fuck with you. Because he don't want to be attached to you for life. These niggas, when they listen, stop giving these niggas babies. Stop. Get a husband. Give him all the babies in the world. Get a husband and go give him five kids. Oh, God. He told me that we should try to get rest as my fever began to spike. He went to bed or pretended to. I took Tylenol as instructed by my doctor and was able to finally get some rest. Okay, when I woke, I noticed he was awake and alert next to me. He told me that his parents had told his sister they wanted him to go back home. For the past 2 weeks at the time, he had been living with me. His parents, she had this nigga living with her. This nigga was living with his mommy and his daddy with his sister. This is his sister. Jeez Louise. I feel, allegedly and all of that, I'm saying from right now, I feel like this is his fucking sister. I feel like this is his sister. We still got way more to read, y'all. I am so over it. Oh, God. When I woke, okay, blah, blah. His family wanted him to go home. He been living with her ass. Stop pulling these niggas in your house, ma'am. He cannot come to your house. Unless he paying all the rents and the bills, he cannot come to your house. But all right. He told me and my family that he told his parents I was pregnant and they had kicked him out as our cultures did not necessarily align. He is Middle Eastern, Pakistani to be exact. This was one of the reasons I was told our child would be accepted in his culture. For some reason in my gut, I didn't believe he truly told them. Of course he didn't tell them, girl. We just spoke about this sort of thing when it came to Rihanna. You know how many mixed Arab babies? There's a lot of Arab corner stores out here, bitch. They all over the place. You know how much Arab half-mixed babies are running around here? But they got real wives in Pakistan. They got real wives in all over there. They got real wives somewhere in Sunset Park. That's another part of Brooklyn. Somewhere over there. But all right. Only our race of men. I'm so happy this ain't a black man. Can I just say that? Did I put black man? Man, ooh, look. I'm so glad this ain't a black man. Lord have mercy. I'm about to die. Okay. All right. The truth about our relationship and our pregnancy, and I was too tired to deal with his BS this day. Okay, after he told me that I felt was a lie, that his parents wanted him to come back home, I asked him to pack all his things and leave my home immediately. He began to protest and asked if I was kicking him out. I simply stated that I didn't believe he ever told his family. The fact that you are 4.5 months pregnant, 5 months pregnant, sis, can I just be a buck, and you ain't never met this nigga's parents, this is the problem. This is the problem. This is the problem. Like, this is a problem. Okay? And the fucking, this ain't even a black boy. This a fucking Arab boy running game on you. And we still like a dum-dum. You ain't never met this nigga parents. Family is important to everybody. Everybody. You pregnant, you gonna meet a nigga parents. At least. His mama, at least his sister, something, nobody. Even in the harshest households. My brother is married to somebody from fucking Nepal. I know their religion is hard, but what the fuck is it? Okay. He began to linger and said that he wanted to come back. He sat on the floor, began crying, but acknowledged that he in fact never told his parents the truth. I later realized he only wanted to come back to make sure he was successful in terminating my pregnancy. So he can go off and marry him a nice Pakistani girl. So he can go off, I'll say it again, and marry him. Do y'all like the ambiance right now? I like it. One of the lights I have off. Don't mind me. If y'all need more light, I'll turn it on. He want to go off, listen, and marry a nice Pakistani girl. Like most people in most cultures. Only our culture don't comprehend this. Okay. His mother expect him to bring home a nice Pakistani girl. Not a... Let me shut up. He finally collected all his things. Okay, sorry. In the 2 weeks he lived with me, he got so close to a large part of my tight-knit community. I didn't know it at the time, but this tactic was used so suspicion would never point to him. He never expected that the ministry whatever would not dissolve, leaving the only culprit to be him. He finally collected all his things and prepared to leave. The last thing he said to my face was that he loved me and the baby so much. Around 8 p.m., I called him and told him I was no longer interested in being with him. Ay, Dios mío. Okay, so we young. She looked young as shit. So we young as shit. Okay? Educated, because she's low educated. Okay? And instead of waiting for a whole husband, whether he black, whether he Pakistani, whether he white, whether whatever, a nigga that's gonna put a ring on your finger and choose you, okay? A nigga that's gonna choose you, okay? So instead of waiting for him, okay, we already know this is a bad situation before she even delves even deeper, right? Because he been living at her house for 2 weeks, okay? Her house, not his house, her house for 2 weeks. He ain't tell her parents that she ain't meet the parents. He ain't tell nobody that she's pregnant. And he went home and she broke up with him. That means that they've been having a whole bunch of problems, okay? And he would have probably tried to tie her ass up when she said he wanted to blindfold her and tie her up. He wanted to be freaky. He wanted to make sure he got that shit all the way up in there. Motherfucker probably would have tried to stick a hang up there or something. Around 8 p.m., I called him and told him I was no longer interested in being with him. I felt as though he was a coward and I was not going to tolerate any more lies. I had broken up with him, told him we were done, and the only thing he kept asking me was, well, how are you feeling now? Over and over again. I couldn't understand why, because at the time, for some reason, I felt a bit better. I had rested and thought that the food poisoning began to subside, but the most part I didn't mention still feeling ill to him once. Okay, I later realized it was because he wanted to see if I had miscarried yet. Right after I got off the phone, I began to feel more gushes of water leaving my body. I had a few tiny leaks a few hours prior, but was told by my OBGYN it could be natural from diarrhea pushing my body to push discharge out. I was worried, so I rushed to the bathroom and wiped. Sis, you should have went to the hospital. Your coochie is leaking. You're pregnant. You needed to go to the emergency room. I don't understand. Like, she's educated, but Jesus Christ. Her coochie leaking. She pregnant. But okay. After looking at the tissue, I saw one Hoxie whatever pill. I was unsure of what was happening, so I wiped again, and on the napkin there was another pill. I kept wiping, but found nothing else. My sister came into the bathroom, looked and asked me what it was. At the time, I was in so much shock, I couldn't fathom the reality of what I was seeing. I immediately asked for her phone and searched for images of abortion pills that could be inserted vaginally and saw that they were the exact same shape as the two that came out of me. At that time, I had never felt such pain and shock in my life. I knew... I am fucking sick. At the time, I never felt such pain and shock in my life. I knew in that moment he had put those pills in my body that morning under the guise of sex. I called my GYN once again and disclosed what I had found. She told me to immediately come into labor and delivery. Oh, they should have made you come in. This is why black... Like, we too strong. Bitch, the minute I would have been and I'm pregnant, I'd have been whole in the ER. She was better than me sitting in that bed, going to sleep. He really wanted you to just go to sleep and possibly wake up dead. Or wake up with the baby dead on the fucking, on the sheets. He just... Child, she probably was saved by the fact that his penis wasn't long enough to push the pill all the way up to the cervix. Jesus Christ. Anyway, as I was rushed to the hospital, I couldn't cry or focus on the reality of the betrayal and pain I felt. You already knew this nigga wasn't shit. And he ain't even... Oh, God. You already knew he wasn't shit. I did everything I could to calm myself so my baby wouldn't feel my distress. I couldn't come to terms with actually losing what I had wanted so bad. I prayed. You wanted this. I pleaded with God in hopes that in some miracle my child would be saved. We arrived at the hospital with the 2 pills I had found concealed in a Ziploc bag so the doctor could look at them. My doctor did a speculum test on me to confirm whether or not the gushes of water were in fact amniotic fluid. She immediately confirmed it was, and that's because of this. What is this? Of my pregnancy was not good. The prognosis of my pregnancy was not good at all because of how early on I was. Child, she put the whole image from the doctor there, okay? But see, the doctor, listen, if you have liquid dripping from your coochie, okay, I don't care. Listen, diarrhea bad. Trust me, I had it last week, okay? I mean, food poisoning and diarrhea and all that stuff. But ma'am, you're pregnant. Amniotic fluid, you need to go see the doctor. Like, let's just be for real. Like, what the hell is people doing? Like, what the fuck? She inspected the pill and said she would have to send it to the pharmacy for inspection on what they were, as they had been a bit corroded from being inside of me. It was also sent to ultrasound to see if the baby had enough fluid around her. I went to ultrasound, and by some miracle, the results that came back were that I had not seemed to lose much fluid at all. I was told that my body kept making fluid, essentially, it's mainly baby pee that builds up over time. Child. Let's continue. He told me his family, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Doctor got back to me. Okay. All right, here we go. Okay. Back to the pills. Okay, I went to the ultrasound, blah, blah, blah. Well, okay. I was asked whether or not I wanted to terminate my pregnancy because I was still ruptured and was told this could easily cause infection to me and the baby, lead to sepsis. I had decided not to. My leaking seemed to subside. I wanted to hold on to what seemed to be a miracle. When you want to be forever connected to a nigga, I'm going to just keep it a buck, that tried to murder your child. What if they give his motherfucker visitation? What if they give him visitation? What are you going to do? It is rare, but sometimes when there's a small hole in the amniotic fluid, it can reseal. The doctor told me I was lucky and I truly believed in God. Okay? She copied the shit from the doctor and posted it. My doctor got back to me and confirmed that the pharmacist believed the pills could have been the abortion pills. Or another pill that is considered birth control. The doctor did confirm that the symptoms I experienced throughout the day lined up with being given, what is that, Mistral, whatever. With all that information I was given, I was numb, but I was also afraid for my life, that he could come and find me. After being so patient, charming, and calculated, I could not put anything past him. The man had done this to me, acted as if he were the perfect partner. He also made sure I was eating, helped me put on my shoes on as my belly began to get bigger, always gave me the tiniest and most endearing kisses. Why is she telling us this? When she broke up with the nigga, the day she put him out, because she knew something was wrong. Fuck, she talking about tiny endearing kisses. But okay. Spoke of looking for a ring for me to propose before my due date. How the fuck is he gonna propose when you ain't meet his parents? Do you understand anybody's culture but your own? How the Ross y'all gonna get married? You ain't never met his parents. You can't even have, honestly, you can't even have your baby's a bastard. And considered in most, like, what? What? Oh, he going to Pakistan. This nigga going back to Pakistan. Buying a townhome, told me he loved our daughter more than life itself. Got closer to my sister, my best friend's boyfriend. Sat down with my parents in regards to his plan for us. Baby, you did not meet his parents. There was no plans. Told me he couldn't wait for our little family, all the while plotting to kill what was already a foreign tiny human baby inside of me. So the shit say, laughing my ass off, I'm effing with you, but it's actually literally up to you. Please don't ever propose unless you actually want me 5 ever want me forever and 10 days. I don't know, forever and 10 days? I think that means forever. Then he says, laugh my ass off. I literally want you all the time. Why is she showing us the game that she fell for? The good, the bad, the ugly. I want you on your good days and bad days. I want you on days you sometimes don't even want yourself. Listen, you know, I want you on days you don't even want yourself. This is the Spoonie G. I know I might not be the most affectionate guy, and I might not be the best at a lot of things, but every day I try to be better than I was the day before. It's a process. I'm growing every day, and I would like to continue to grow with you by my side. Okay, never mind. I take it all back since you want to leave folks on read. Laugh my ass off. This is crazy. I want to be active in your life. I want you to be Mrs. Whatever. His name, okay? Doesn't that just look good on paper? She said, not even slightly. LOL. He laughed. Be honest. I think it looks marvelous. It sounds like exotic. Exotic for sure. This is the problem right here. She wanted an exotic baby, and the exotic nigga tried to kill her ass. Exotic for sure. Super hot. ABBA voice. But honestly, truly, what the fuck? I think I've had such an emotional roller coaster the past few months. And I'm finally choosing to act on how I feel and try to get help. I don't want you to feel dragged along because I would like to pick you up on my back and carry you around with me for the rest of my life. I love you. I am sorry. This is the last time I'm going to apologize for this because I told you is he a Cancer? This is giving me hard Cancer vibes. Okay, I'm going to apologize for this because I told you I'm going to be better. So the apologies, the excuses, the emotional baggage, the trauma, I'm letting go. And I'm putting it all in God's hands. And I'm going to enjoy every single day. And I'm going to enjoy it every day with you. I want to be active in your life every day. Our child's life. I can't wait for our own little family. I still can't believe we're going to be a family. I know we're being serious right now. But sometimes I be thinking to myself, all these guys want her. And my nut is the one she chose. I just miss seeing your face light up. He said all these guys want her and my nut. That's what the nigga, he said. You don't believe me? He said, look, you see this right there? Hold up. Y'all see it, right? He said, my nut. That's what that nigga just said. Is the one she chose. This shit is wow. Can I just say this shit wow? Okay? All right. And then she go, I reported the incident to the police and handed over the pills for proper analysis so they would be able to decipher exactly what the pills were in their crime lab. Still haven't gotten no word back because you a black woman and he... I texted him while I was in hospital and told him I had gone for an abortion and wanted to have a kid with someone who was a better fit. I prayed he'd buy what I was telling him and wouldn't come looking for me. I checked if the deed was done to see if he had succeeded. Jesus help me. She should have called the cops like she did. Why was she texting him? He told me he respected my decision and wanted to be there for me. The same man that said his child was his reason to keep living so easily. I respect your decision. No fight, no nothing. Did she expect a fight? He tried to kill you and the baby. You know, there's a reason that so many black women die in labor. Like, literally. Even just allowing the child to be around, even if they would have been able to go there and save the child after the fact, the child to be around with like no amniotic fluid will cause severe brain damage. Like, I know that for a fact. I know that for a fact because I have a friend who went through that crazy shit and and it was a whole situation and her child has brain damage because of it. What the fuck? But okay. When I told him he asked me to tell him what they did for the procedure immediately. It's over. Yes. Wait, they did the procedure? It didn't take long at all. What? Why is she doing this? I'm so sick of it. Oh God, I'm so sick of every day coming across shit like this and reading about black women who she thinks she like, why is she even playing along with this motherfucker? He tried to murder you. What? We spoke about this. Are you okay? Are you in pain? No and yes. What all did they do? If you don't mind me asking, I don't want to talk about it. Look it up. Why are you even asking me that? It's literally just happened. I want to be alone. I'm just asking if you're okay. Please give me some space. Bitch. And I don't even mean it like that. I just mean like, I'm tired of y'all. This is just like Meg Thee Stallion. Choose you, choose your kid. She should have showed, baby, I would have gave him all the smoke. He would have known the cops was, yes, baby. Because now you acting like nothing. And that can be used against you in court. He then asked if he could come see me. I told him I had developed bleeding and was in a hospital with my mom. The hospital part was true, and it was in a hospital for days being monitored from any more leaking or infection that could quickly lead to the death of me and my baby. So she knows she could have died too. So she's aware she could have died too. Okay? This is in my opinion, this is what you can call attempted murder. Okay? All right. I stopped responding and he immediately stopped sharing his location. He never actually called my mom or my sister once to check on me. I knew then he was suspicious. He was suspicious of being found out. The police then called him to the station to question him. The next thing he did was get on social media and ask for book recommendations, all to begin to try to act normal, not realizing that the response was extremely suspicious in itself. What's up? Yeah. Okay. After he came from the police station. The next day, he posted his house on Twitter and Instagram in front of his sports car to give the illusion that he's just going about life normal and didn't do anything he was being accused of. So this, I'm guessing when you're not right in the head, that is what makes sense to you, especially when you're told you lose your child the day prior and your ex is in a hospital, probably hemorrhaging. As crazy as this story is, it's get even worse. One day in December, I had searched through one of my prenatal bottles to check to see how many more I had left before I had to re-up. I had noticed a small hexagon-shaped pill that did not look like the other pills. Naively, I assumed the shape was some manufacturer malfunction. I didn't take it because it didn't look like the rest, but I didn't question it either. This nigga been trying to kill you for how long? Jesus Christ. After finding the two pills of the same shape that came out of my body, I had later put together that this man had been switching out my prenatals throughout my pregnancy. At the time I had originally noticed this pill in December, I was around 8 weeks pregnant. He had many opportunities to add and switch out my prenatal because he was left unsupervised with them a numerous amount of times. Nothing I thought twice of because I never ever would have suspected what he do was a possibility in my wildest nightmares. There were 2 separate occasions when the amount of prenatal pills left over in the bottle did not add up at all. I thought again it was a manufacturer oversight, but it wasn't. Bitch, they ain't never gonna give you an extra pill. Okay? All right. When I first found out I was pregnant, he said I was keeping a baby. He had essentially lost his shit. He was upset. Told me he didn't want the baby and said he'd leave me if I kept the baby. Even resent me. I then called him and broke up with him. Okay, so he told you from jump he didn't want the baby. I made it explicitly clear that I was not choosing him over my child and did not need him in the slightest. He began to cry over the phone and kept asking me if it was over. I said absolutely. Girl, you was better off going to the sperm bank and asking them for Middle Eastern nut. Okay, let's keep reading. A couple of days later, he came back to me apologizing and saying that he wanted a family. No, he wanted to be able to get access to you to terminate your... These niggas stone women. These niggas stone women. You are... not even one of them. You are a nigger. Y'all be missing it. I was a bit uneasy, but I agreed to let him the decision, blah, blah. About 2 weeks later, he had told me he had a smoothie from home and had one of his spiritual leaders pray over it. He asked me persistently to drink it and finish it all, constantly checking to make sure I drank it. I faked as though I was drinking it, but ended up throwing it out as soon as he was out of my presence. At the time, I did question his intentions. Okay, you wouldn't have wished anything negative or that would have hurt the baby over the smoothie, would you? No, I legit just prayed over it. I'm just asking because not 2 weeks ago you didn't want a kid, and rather than wishing anything bad, I would just hope you allow me to enjoy the pregnancy alone, if anything. After the thing you said, I'm not sure how long it'll take for me to believe you have the best intentions, 100%. But why we haven't baked? This is what the fuck I'm talking about. I feel like she had this baby. I feel like she got pregnant with this so she could have a mixed baby. And look at what the fuck. She said, I want this baby. You don't love him. This nigga don't love you. I don't understand why we keep having the babies with niggas who don't give a fuck about us. They don't give a fuck about you. He said, I want you to be okay, so I'm going to do whatever I can. I appreciate you too. I'm going to sleep now. You sleepy or you just going to try to force yourself to sleep? I love you. Have a good night. Also, you finished your smoothie, right? Yes. Okay, well, leave your ringer on. I'm going to call you soon. He just want to see if you're going to drop dead in the middle of the night. These men stone women. Oh wow, was wondering, it's super nice, but 850 nice, I don't know, maybe 600, way lower. And me too, it's crazy. It's really wild. How your smoothie going? What you doing? He's still asking about this goddamn smoothie, and she talking about she got a terrible headache. Jesus Christ. Well, let's brainstorm collectively. We can build cry under my bed in Colombia. I want to go to PR. Everything else is no fun. That's my ass off. We're not crying under your bed. It's your birthday. Also, is your smoothie finished? A couple of days later, he asked me to start taking gas pills from his culture to help with my severe gas problems. I told him I was uncomfortable taking it because at the time I didn't even want to take Tylenol. I didn't want my baby having anything that wasn't nutrients. He dropped to his knees, begged me over and over for days to take it. Even been crying at some point, accusing me of not trusting him. Had his little sister text me and tell me it was okay to take too. I wouldn't budge. So she knew. She knew. But she chose to. In late December, he came to me and asked if he could be the one administrator of my pills. I asked him why and said no at first because taking them took seconds and I could do it myself. He told me that he felt like he wasn't doing enough for me and wanted to be more involved. This is At the time, I wasn't thinking he had already switched my pills. I agreed. There were days when he driven from his house directly to mine for the sole purpose of giving me my pills, then left. Because he trying to fucking poison you. He sometimes poured the pills into my hand and put them directly into my mouth without me seeing, telling me to just swallow it quickly so I wouldn't dwell on swallowing it. He did this for months. When I was 12 weeks, we were told my daughter was diagnosed with the assumption of the brain that had formed into a cyst. They didn't know just how bad it was because she was so tiny. Her child is going to be born with severe problems. I was devastated but decided to continue my pregnancy because I was determined to love and take care of my child regardless. You see the desperation to have, I feel like the desperation to have a mixed child with a nigga who don't even want you. And he out here trying to kill you. And now your baby might be born with medical issues. But I guess they got good hair though. Around the 6 to 8 week time frame, I had experienced a bleed that was that was told it was normal, so I didn't think much. My doctor now believed that that was the first time the sac was ruptured. I had another bleed on February 1st. It was one gushing of blood fluid and nothing else. I didn't know at the time, but my water had broken again then and just kept receding somehow. On January 31st, he persistently asked me how I was feeling, and I didn't get why, because at the time I was and had not complained once. That day he had came to administer my pills, because he kept giving you fucking Plan B pills. And now your child might, let's see how that work out. We don't have, so we ain't gonna have no father. We ain't gonna have no father. And we're gonna have a child that might have mental disorders or shit wrong with them because of what this Negro did. Of what this Arab man did. We dated for a year and 4 months before the physical assault in February. Prior to that, we went to elementary school and middle school. Okay, so they went to school together. So you know he ain't shit. You went to school with this nigga. You went to elementary school. She went to elementary school, middle school, and high school with him. And he still didn't introduce her to his parents. My child father poisoned me and for months in hopes of her death, all while acting like the ideal boyfriend, switching out my prenatals, physically inserting abortion pills in my body, and for what I believe, drugging my food as well. On April 9th, at 24 weeks, my water completely broke. Tests my doctors ran continued to come back negative for amniotic fluid. We assumed my baby was pushing on my bladder, and I was sent home. 2 days later, I was admitted after very heavy bleeding. I had lost all my fluid, and there was no more surrounding my child. So on my daughter's birthday, her daughter was born. On April 21st, 2022, my daughter was born. The same day her death certificate was signed. After her birth, I was told because of the consistent interference, she didn't stand a chance. She didn't stand a fucking chance. I told you this before I even read this goddamn story. I have one of my closest friends, her water broke at work. At work. And it was a whole problem. And by the time she got to the hospital, that's it. That's it. We are 1 foot into death at every time. And this... Too much for her brain to compromise from all the abortion pills I was fed throughout my pregnancy. Till this day, I have no idea how many he gave me. I feel a way I can't put into words. We need her. You need... I always say, you don't have a baby with nobody and no man who ain't willing to put his whole damn life on the line for you. Fuck his mama, fuck his daddy, fuck his sister, fuck his brother. It's all about me. If it's not all about you, on some real shit, to the point where we ain't talking about marriage, we having this shit, what are you doing? Because even when these niggas ain't killing the baby, they damn sure are, because they neglecting them. I was in labor for 17 hours. I held her for as long as I could, spoke to her and told her just how much I loved her. I pray I can be with her again one day. What she faced and endured within me was not fair, and I wish I could have protected her somehow. You could have. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy, me neither. I pray that somehow, some way, some justice will be served to that man, that he will one day suffer the way I am in agony now. Sometimes he texted my sister 2 weeks ago, please pay very close attention to the first message. Okay. It says, if I didn't want to be around, she told me multiple times I could just leave. So why would I stick around through everything? Because I wanted her and I wanted our little family. Nigga, please. And then on top of that, why am I literally taking shot o'clock with you all day and laughing and joking with you and telling you not only about mine and her relationship problems, but personal problems I had going on. You're literally accepting me like family. Listen, they do that. They do that. People share. People overshare. People share. People do that to get you comfortable with them, okay? I had going on. You literally accepted me like family, and there was absolutely nothing I wouldn't do for you either. I literally drove around to 3 different stores in one day just so we could make that strawberry ice cream drink. And then I know I still had clothes over there. I literally was doing a load of mine and her laundry because I was coming back, and my Invisalign was sitting on a table next to the bed. And you may be wondering where he put the pills. His little sister is a pharmacist. Oh, where he got the pills. His little sister is a pharmaceutical technician, meaning she has access to all types of pills. There we go. Okay. So she said between 18 and 24 weeks, I attempted to act as normal as I could on social media to make it seem as though I was not pregnant because I knew him and his sister were watching, and I was afraid if I didn't know I was still with child, they tried to finish the job. One of his little sisters sent me a long message when I was pregnant telling me not to involve her family in anything having to do with me or the pregnancy, and if she was me, she would have gotten an abortion. That she even regretted getting involved. She's telling you the truth of their fucking family and their culture, god damn it. She's telling you should have had an abortion. You went through all of this and they got pregnant. You accepted my nut. Can you imagine? All of this after telling me she was there for me no matter what. Listen, if she went to school with him, that means she went to school with his bitch ass sisters too. Okay, all of this after telling me she'd be there for me no matter what, and she was always checking on me just like her brother. She's constantly told me not to forget to take my prenatals. I believe she was helping him in his plan. Of course she was! Fuck. I can't. I'm mad. I'm mad at her. The week I was released from the hospital in February, I got a restraining order against my ex. Why the fuck you lying then? You got restraining orders. You got all of this, and you lying on social media. You what the Ross you lying for? You let this Arab boy just impregnate you and try to stone you to death via pills. He tried to stone you to death, and you keep telling me about how much time you break up with him. If you don't her fucking baby died. And it's bad enough her baby died on my fucking baby birthday. Yes, I'm selfish. The week I was released from the hospital, she got a restraining order. She didn't want to let them know. Could not come near me or my home. This is what the police suggested to do when I continually told them I feared for me and my family's life. I have received no update whatsoever or anything in 2 months. Well, maybe. If you acted like this was a fucking problem while you was pregnant, we would have a problem. I would have been on social media telling him, his mother, everybody about his ass. Not now when your baby still had a chance. Was you going to say anything? If the baby would have survived, I want to know if she would have just said anything or she'd have just let this shit slide. I messaged his sister after my delivery to make him feel some sense of unease. I was in pain and wanted to make sure he had no peace too. I let her know I was aware of what they did and sent a video of me pregnant so he knew that he was unsuccessful at some time despite attempts. His immediate response again was to post a picture in front of his sports car on IG and Twitter. I could tell that was his pattern response. You have a pattern response too. You have a pattern response of not saying anything. So what the jury gonna say? What the jury gonna say? You ain't say nothing. You telling people in quiet. He immediately, okay, the same man that told my sister just 2 weeks ago he wanted us to be a family so bad and cared about me and our child's health and wanted to get back together had an erratic response to the idea of me still being pregnant. I literally cared about her and that baby's health over my own. Do you know how happy I actually was when I was with her? I've never stepped out on her, no matter how much she won't let herself believe that. I can't put what on myself. What? I can't put that on myself. Health I have left in my body because she was everything to me. The same girl that swept me off my feet in August, blah, blah, blah. The same, he's setting it up for the taking. He's setting it up, bitch. And you ain't say nothing until this fucking Twitter thread. I'm sick. I legally can't confirm his name as my legal team has strongly advised against it. But we went to high school together. I'm very sure you know exactly who he is, and I caution you to keep far from him. He takes a wolf in sheep's clothing to a completely different level. Again, I legally can't confirm his... I want to be very clear here. I had to make the decision to stop the pregnancy at 25 weeks after trying to do my best to continue the pregnancy. I had to begin to lose too much blood almost every single day I kept on. So much that the bread. So you was going to bring this child into this world to suffer. Why? So the child can have nice hair? Like at what? Like she really was going to go through with this whole shit? It's made clear her life would not be nothing short of that any way the coin was flipped because of the effort, on her brain, her body, my physical ability to carry her. I was holding on to the idea of a miracle. That scene was never meant to be a miracle. He was poisoning you. That man won at the end of the day, and I was left with the responsibility of making the hardest choice in my life, a choice I explicitly told him in the beginning I never ever wanted to make or live with. So he made it for you because you decided to have a baby with a nigga that did not put his life into you. If the nigga ain't putting his life into me, I just can't. We've been reading this shit for an hour. I'm over it. More from when he and his sister were texting earlier this month, and my sister was, I don't know at all. Okay. The last text. I want to tell whoever will listen about what my ex did to me and our child throughout my pregnancy. This family that we were creating. I'm done. She wasn't creating a family. She wasn't creating family. I'm fucking tired. I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired of reading that. Was I harsh? Probably. I don't give a fuck. Because I feel like as women, it's our job to protect our offspring. It's our job to protect our wombs. We are in control of who gets us pregnant. This nigga said, okay, this little Arab boy said, all these men want her, but she took my nut. You telling me and all the men you knew, okay? All the men you knew, she looked mad young. Nobody would have put a ring on your fucking finger. Nobody would have gave you a baby without trying to murder you. Or maybe the people who... Child, let me go to these comments. No, because she's a dummy. Can I say that? I feel like it was so many telltale signs that this nigga was doing shit. That her ignorancy... He a stupid ass nigga, but her ignorancy helped. Cause she hindsight 2020, he was giving me pills. He coming to make sure he put pills in my mouth. You knew already this nigga wasn't shit. You already accusing him of cheating. Based on the text message, she accused him of cheating. She accused him of being trash, of being manipulative. Jesus Christ. Let's get them likes up. Please don't forget to like the channel, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and follow me on my other social media platforms. I'm Jovi Beauty. It's hot as shit. I'm Jovi Beauty on all platforms. Please follow. Please subscribe. Okay? Donations are thoroughly appreciated. And now let's get into the comments. Hey, Trick Mama. How you doing, boo? She said she already stressed out. I'm stressed out too. She said this is unbelievable. That shit is unbelievable. I cannot. I'm about to drop a link. But we ain't going to be on here for much longer because I did already work out. Did I show y'all the new nails? I didn't. Okay, so while I was working out, the nail guy called me and was like, Jovi, could you come now? I was like, I'll be there in 10 minutes. Bang. She said, what an awful thing. Hey, Soleil. Child, happy this wasn't a black dude. Chicks gotta choose better. You ain't meet the parents and you're pregnant. The parents live in the same city, same state. I mean, same state, same city, probably same motherfucking neighborhood. They live in the same school district. She said they went to school from elementary to high school. What are we talking about? I remember, I dead ass serious remember this shit. I was like 19, this when I was young and, you know, in these streets. And I had, this a little bit after I came out of jail. Y'all know I was in jail. Anyway, I was dating this Haitian guy. And Haitians are a little funny, if you know Haitians. Hey, Couture, I'm coming for you. Haitians are a little funny if you know Haitians. And I remember this nigga, his dad didn't like me. His dad was blacker than me, okay? But if you know Haitians, you know Haitians. His dad was blacker than me, and he didn't like me because I was too black, right? And I remember my boyfriend at the time spazzed so hard. He spazzed so hard on his parents, on his dad, on everybody. That nigga chose me. I'm just saying. Shit happened, broke up, yada, yada, yada. But where y'all missing the niggas that choose you? All right, Couture, you coming up. Hey, girl.
Hey, this story is like super crazy. Hey, Chad. Can y'all hear me just fine?
Yeah, it's a little echo. Is that echo?
Because we're empty. So,
okay.
So I'll try to whisper. But I feel like this, ladies, stop. I'm going to just say my piece and I'm going to get back down in the chat. Ladies, we are in 2022. They are coming up with these laws to keep you from going to the chop shop. Don't be having these men's babies who don't want you. Who won't fight God about you. Who not providing for you. He was just giving her some peen and letting her ride in the luxury car, but she was never going to be the wife.
Never, ever. Never, ever.
Like in Arabic culture, and I lived there for years, in Arabic culture, they already have it pre-planned who they want their children to be with, and they put it together because they believe in legacy and generational wealth. So that right there told her, you know, the occasional gas dude who has a black wife or baby mama, that's a 1 in a million thing. They don't
do it.
They don't highlight that. She was the fetish and she didn't even understand.
That's it. Girl. And she's still not comprehending this shit.
And the fact she brought this to the internet, like, do you know he's willing to die for his sister, not you. The sister said, we're going to take her out and you better do what you need to do because you're stupid. Look what you're doing to us, our family. Right. They still got ties overseas. Like, y'all don't understand how deep this stuff goes. Like,
this is real shit. They can't even get with a black what the fuck are you talking about?
Right. And I've dated Arabic men. You got to get the ones who are really standing tall, who can stand up, and
who can stand.
Like, okay, but it looked like he was of prominence. He's driving sports cars. Where do you think he's getting pills like that? Cost money. So they're getting that shipped from overseas to America. That costs the money. The whole thing just sounded a mess. When someone sent it to me, I didn't even want to cover it because I was just like, in what part do you want to, like, women, I get it. These men are going to be physically and morally bankrupt. But we as women, we carry the children. So it's our responsibility to decide, do you want to be the single mother or the wife?
Thank you.
Right. That's what it boils down to.
Do you want to be the single mother or the wife? Stop saying babies are a blessing. They're not a blessing in traumatic situations.
They're not a blessing in struggle. What are we talking about? I'm bothered that people don't say bastard no more. Can I be honest?
Oh, we had that talk. Remember, you had a live about that. About
bastard. Like, that's some real shit, and that's what it is.
She was ready to bastardize her child.
Purposely, on purpose.
No, she was ready to sacrifice her child, y'all. This is where it comes down to. She fully understood. Let's just look past all the other stuff, right? At the point that she understood that she seen them pills, okay? She saw them pills. and she was
Yo,
still ready to keep going. She
yo,
realized that he was changing up her stuff on her. And first of all, what sister is letting a man do that anyway? That is beyond submission. That is something way different. A man
Because
wants to be in control of your
Jovi
like
said it
you wasn't
right.
thinking.
She wanted the baby with the good hair.
Right, she wanted a baby with a good hair. She was
She has
willing to
identity
sacrifice it
issues.
all for the
yeah,
mixed baby.
yep.
You still
That's how
wanted
I.
to have, and I'm not saying, don't do the miracle thing because, I told y'all when I found out I was pregnant, I was completely surprised. I was like, "Are you sure? I don't even look pregnant. How far along?"
Babe,
No,
miracles
couldn't
are a
be. I ain't had no
blessing.
cycle or nothing.
This girl is
Yeah,
less than
it
25
happened.
years old.
Hello.
She is a
Okay,
baby. This is a baby.
this ain't no baby. This is a grown woman who
All
was
right,
playing that
fine.
game.
Playing around. She ain't got
Grown
no
woman
husband.
playing that game. Okay, because this is ridiculous. You risked it all, even your own life. I ain't
Yes.
never seen a woman want to call so much. Y'all do realize that the younger generation go to the hospital more than we do. So I need to know the reason why
Thank
She
you.
wasn't
she's sitting
going
up there. It just
in
you
pain.
pregnant and you just calling around any and everybody.
Anybody, she going to sleep with her stomach. Even if I think I
Okay,
got food poison, I'm whole pregnant. ER, homie.
pregnant. Okay,
ER. And if you
Listen,
my man,
so this is
if you
crazy.
love
Even
me, you making me go to the hospital, even if my lazy ass sitting there talking about I don't feel like waiting. You supposed to be no bitch, get your ass up. We go to the hospital
okay,
because my baby is inside of you.
no, I
like there's
got
something
food
going
delivered
on
to
with that
me.
picture, and I'm even wondering if she did it for the internet. I don't
No,
know.
she's really that dumb.
I
She
believe she's
thought
that
she
dumb.
was gonna get
She's
black women's
'cause that's
sympathy. That's
crazy.
what she
Like it,
thought.
it like how do you go that far, that long, that slow? And then you still
She
playing along with the game too. Because there's some messages that I was looking at like, man, they are talking very lengthy, or at least he's talking very lengthy.
Yes,
And
he's
she's not
creating a.
replying.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, y'all better pay
Yep.
attention. First of all, ladies, I said this in the chat already.
Men
Listen,
who
ladies,
talk too
if
much, I don't
you
like
okay,
it.
listen, if you are pregnant and you tell a man and he flip, you better pay attention. You are in
Everything
a
he do.
dangerous situation because
Mm-hmm.
see, a man might not be as happy. Okay, I'm not gonna say every man's supposed to just jump up and down and be ready to hand out
no.
cigars. But if he flip out on you,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you need to tread lightly.
It was
After I
like
was
a
sick,
hold up.
He
It was
he
like
he
a
never
told
month
laying in
her
bed next
ago.
to me.
It was like a month ago where that girl found out she was pregnant, and the next day, she was
the man killed
she
her.
was scared. So
Okay,
why you know you're
ain't
scared
that
to tell
crazy?
this man that
To
you're
tell him
pregnant? Why are you pregnant by him?
crazy. That's what I'm saying. And I'm someone who doesn't have kids on the panel, ladies. And I want to be very clear. Every man I've been with, they said if I was pregnant, I have to sit down somewhere. It ain't no hey
Thank
hoes.
you.
Cause we YouTube and they said you gotta limit that. You gotta figure out a way to do that without. Cause they said they don't want all that. You know what I'm saying? The spirits from
Yeah.
the YouTube space to invade. I was like, what? And that's the type of men I deal with.
That's
So
what I said. Men who
I'm
are
like,
involved do the most in a good way.
Listen, y'all, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. And I have an ex. Do y'all remember me telling y'all about my ex football player ex? We
yes.
were
Mm-hmm.
talking just today. I ended up I found some pictures and I was like, I can't believe I still had these pictures of him that he was sending me every time, he would be going on the road. And I sent them back to him, right? I'm like, let's send him these pictures. Because these are like way back when I was 22. Let me
Yeah.
send him these pictures, right? So I am just like strictly laughing around with him and he said, you know what? He was like, you need to just stop playing. It's been all these years. You just need to stop playing. Let me go ahead and hit them skins again. You don't want no babies. I don't want no babies. I said, look, I done told you just because I'm in an open one don't mean that I'm going to, travel back towards you. So listen, y'all, he said, back when we were talking about getting married and stuff, and we ended up having sex, and I was so scared because we was having a good time shooting the club up around here. I was like, yeah, I remember that. He was like, man, I was so scared that you might have been pregnant. He was like, why you think I kept you around me the whole time? I was like, I figured that. He was like, man, he was like, if you was pregnant, I didn't want you to be stressed out at all. And I had been wondering, but I was like, after about a couple of days, I was like, oh, that man is making sure that I am not stressed out if I was pregnant.
Yeah.
He was that involved. But he wasn't doing stuff like trying to make sure I'm taking pills or none of that. He just
That's
mostly
so
was like,
weird.
babe, put your feet up.
That's
babe,
so fucking
babe, I'm
weird.
buying you a maid. You're going to have a maid. I need to have a maid around the house. I want you to stay here. I want this. I want that. And I just kind of was like, okay, all right. Then when he realized I wasn't pregnant, he was like, you still having cycles? I was like, yeah, why? He was like, man, he was like, I just knew for the last 2 months she was pregnant. I was like, is that why I was getting the sweet treatment? He was like, yeah, man. And I was like, it's okay. I was like, I appreciate it all. I figured that's why.
Yeah, listen.
But you don't see me sitting up here saying this man blew up, acted crazy, and then suddenly came back like, oh, I want to make sure that you are taking all your pills. I want to be your solicitor. That is crazy.
What the fuck? I ain't never heard no shit like that before in my life. The fact that he apparently left and then came back. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I honestly, can I just say, I don't even understand having a baby. Like I said, me and my ex-husband, we don't get along and all of that shit. But I don't even understand how you have a baby for a nigga who don't want you. For a nigga who don't want you. For a nigga that ain't so excited to have. Because I ain't gonna hold you. We were separated. And I was shaking. I was like, well, do I want a baby? I'm about to leave this nigga. I don't know. Do I want a baby? And this nigga, do I want a baby? And this was the man who was like, oh no, we having a baby. Oh no, it's gonna be great. I'ma carry you from here to there if need be. What you need? Anything you need. We don't even have to. We ain't even live in the same house. Whatever you need, how you need it, whatever you need, we gonna have this baby. Like, and I left him.
Yeah, first of all, in all this time, he didn't try to make sure anything was set up for y'all. Nope. He
living at her house
and came to your place.
But he got a nice. But she talking about his sports car.
Ain't that crazy? She's still talking about all this other stuff. These text messages. I want to know, was he like this before she was pregnant?
I believe
if he was that extra afterwards, she should have really ran.
She should. He
could be like that before.
That's why I asked if he's a Cancer, because he's spewing all over the place. And to me, it's sound when men. To me, I feel like men don't talk a lot via text.
Yeah.
I personally feel all of these, my love, I'm falling apart. The life is over. The world is around. No, that's woman. That's woman work. That shit women do. Men be like, sure, and and they want to see you and tell you about their emotions. Not on no text message.
No, and just
Mahogany said, hold up, but let me just read this. Imagine if she was in one of those states like Texas, child, that bans abortion. She could have been in prison. She would have been in jail. Now that we think about it, she would have been in jail. She would have been in prison because he could have lied and said she tried to abort the baby. She could have been locked up for 10 years.
Yes. And, we talking about how good he talking. He could be a Cancer. No, he could just be a well-planned guy. Yeah. Okay?
His sister's horrible.
Like, I gotta act like I love this baby because if she ever found out or if something comes out, they won't be looking at me. I could be like, what? I've been talking to her like this. I was happy. I wanted the baby.
Yup. Oh the manipulation and the fact that she ain't coming for him. For weeks. She let this shit go down. She telling him she telling him she had an abortion. Bitch, why you lying? Come for his neck. Put the pressure on.
First of all,
she's allowed him to continue to come up with a story. She has allowed him to cover his back.
Listen, not only that, why did she even say she had an abortion? Because see, you dealing with abortion pills, right?
That's what I'm saying. She could go to court.
Like, did she fake the story because all of a sudden she started seeing him hanging around that car?
That's what he could say. That's what he could say because she's dumb.
So why would you even say that? Now I gotta look at you like, sis, did you do that or did he do that?
Are you that dumb?
Wait a minute. Because you black, sis, and they ain't gonna believe you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So you should not be adding fuel to the fire. That's crazy.
That's the fact that you're right, because she's black. Then that's why what did I say? The police ain't doing much of shit. Ain't no pressure. One, you black. He probably rich, Arab and rich. His daddy probably owns some shit in your town, a couple shits. They're not gonna believe you. You need more people. They won't even believe Meg the Stallion got shot and she got bullets in her leg. They won't even believe she got shot. She got fragments in her leg. The
hospital ain't even believing there's something wrong with her.
The hospital, there you go.
Doctors don't even believe something's wrong with
her. The hospital was telling her, take a nap. Take a nap. He done left and you got pills coming out of you. Who said he did it? Especially when you running around talking about, oh, but I had an abortion. Are you dumb?
Right. Playing that game with the sister. That's crazy. Why we even talking right now? All I need is police. Before the baby even came, it would have been police. The man almost killed you. Excuse me.
Man,
I know that we saying the words. Look, make sure y'all drop her some cash apps.
Please some cash apps, because they're going to shut my shit down.
Okay, I thoroughly appreciate it.
There's a drug and somebody changed the title. I can't change the title, boo, because those sort of titles will literally get the video, struck. I should change the title. Y'all should know some of the titles that I want to be putting up, but I can't because the way YouTube work. Yeah. How brown girl? How are you? Mahogany says she sounds like she's still in love with him. I want to scream at her. Beach, run. Sometimes I don't know what with some people. I am so baffled by y'all. Let me tell y'all about some bullshit that I saw yesterday. Y'all watch 90 Day Fiance? You watch 90 Day Fiance? Have you know what it is?
No.
Okay, so it's the show that when they go meet somebody, they fall in love with somebody who lives out of the country, right? It's two shows. One where Americans go over wherever the people are, and one where the people come here, right? So this black girl, she Trini, right? She met this guy. He American, black American, Bilal, Muslim, or they both Muslim. He well off, yada yada yada, front and stunting, with his Louis Vuitton suitcases and his little Rolexes. He got money, right? Child. So my point is the host. What is it? E Network, E Entertainment, whatever. So she reviewing this show. Mind you, this nigga got millions of dollars. He picked this girl up from the airport because now he want to test her, right? He done brought her over from Trinidad. He needs to test her, right? He needs to test her. She not here just for his money, even though he flaunts his money everywhere. So he pick her up in a cargo van. He take her over to his parents' old house where the ceiling is falling down and all of this shit. And it's this video from E Entertainment, and it's a black girl. My point of saying this is the black girl who is reviewing the show, right? The black girl is reviewing the show, and she just keep talking about basically that the Trini girl need to be happy with whatever she get. Like this nigga ain't whole bait and switch. I literally text E Entertainment, y'all. I sent a message. All of the chat was like, are you a pick Misha? What the fuck is happening? Why are you saying this? Because again, if it was a white woman, if you're a person, and you're a man in one country, and you bring a woman over to marry you, and all of this, you saying you could provide for her, you saying you could protect her. Why is it wrong for this woman to expect you to be the man you said you was?
Okay.
Because she from Trinidad and she must take whatever she get? I mean, he brought her to his mom, his parents' old house. He own it now. Nobody lives there. The ceiling falling down. Why is she supposed to be okay with living there? Why she come from Trinidad? She have business. She got like 3 businesses over there. Why she come and leave her mansion to come over there and sit in your mama house?
That's tearing down. Jeez.
And then the host of the show, E Network, E Entertainment, whatever, she reviewing the episode. Black girl, Like, what? She sound greedy. It's loving. And I'm like, a part of me was like, I want to wring her neck, but I feel like this child is 27 and she thinks she know and she don't know no better. This is giving me this girl vibes. These little girls think they know and they have no fucking clue.
No clue.
None. So you mad at the girl for having expectations.
Right.
Because a man brought her to a whole other country. She was supposed to be good with whatever fucking shack he put her in.
That is crazy that they just want us to accept anything.
I just thought that was hysterical. And the fact that it was a black woman who was like reviewing this shit and giving all this smoke towards her, I just thought was telling of who we are and why we're in the position that we're in.
I agree. I completely agree. Oh, and you know what? Okay, so listen, I've dated Arabic guys before, dated Arabic guys since high school, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I have not had the problem of them wanting to be in the booty shoot. Nor have I had any problems meeting their parents, right?
Uh-huh.
And that's because if they seem like the type, that, they family wouldn't have a problem. It's all really based on how he's acting, right? And you realize it when you go to the places that he go to. He work at a gas station, show up at the gas station, see how one of the parents at. It's simple. You know what I'm saying? So me thinking to myself, after you said they went to the same school and stuff.
Yep.
So that means them parents live in the same city.
Yep.
They are close by.
In the same vicinity.
You still ain't met the parents, but you pregnant?
How much graduations, elementary, junior high school, and high school have you seen his parents?
Okay.
How many school
when y'all are
events
out your race? You need to meet the parents. You need to know what you're getting into.
It sounds so belittling. It is so belittling to yourself as a black person to be dating someone of another race and they ain't introduce you to their parents.
Okay. For the most part, if y'all think about it, guys will bring you around their parents
fast,
quicker than women
fast.
So if you ain't met them in a certain amount of time, you know where you stand, honey.
Yes.
Without even a conversation, you know where you stand.
Fast and an ornery child.
Okay. The only people I'll probably give a pass to probably would be white people, because I know sometimes white folks don't even mess with their own parents.
Well, then that's true.
It happen.
But people, like I said, people
married and ain't met the family in like 5 years yet. Y'all still married.
That's true.
It ain't because the family is racist. It's most of the time it's because they just don't like their family.
He just don't fuck with the family. But these Arabs, these other people, like, bruh, it's you. It's you. They are very family oriented. They're not even playing these games.
Okay.
They're not even playing. Look, child.
So y'all got to think about that when y'all out here dating. First of all, just stop being bed booties. If that's what you want to be, then fine. Don't come crying to the internet.
Don't cry to me. Yeah, I can't deal with it. I don't want to deal with it.
If you are looking to actually have a relationship, even if you don't want to be married, if you want to be in a relationship, why is you still popping pookie?
That's what I'm saying, because I feel like she knew this was gonna, in my opinion, she felt like this was going down. I'm not gonna say she knew. She felt like something was off, something was wrong. Why even have a baby with a man who don't want you? To what, be a single mother out here? And then finding out that something is wrong with your baby. This nigga been poisoning you from 8 weeks pregnant. So, you know? Like, so your baby is going to have X. I have 2 of my closest friends. One child has passed. Okay? But 2 of my closest friends, both, have had children with born with disabilities. It's not what you think it is.
It's
not that feel good. Don't let the internet fool you, sis. You literally show. And I'm not going to say, but my homegirl who child passed, if she could have chose, she would have chose to not even brought that baby into the world because of the suffering. Because that baby, that child was a year older than my daughter. You know what it is for that baby to sit there and see, she can't move, but my kid go from being in the hand to crawling to walking, and she can't do nothing.
Mm. Yeah,
But we
it's
want to
hard. I
have
used
the
to.
baby so they can have good hair though.
Yeah, no, that ain't even my skill set. Okay, what they have is what they have. I'll manage it.
You
I'll
know,
manage it. I don't get where. Oh, it's we talk about this so much that it's so depressing to
it's
have to
depressing.
continue to talk to women about what you're doing with your bodies.
Yep.
Now, you fought to be able to control what happens to your body,
And you
and
fucking
then
it
you
up.
sit up here and you just let anything happen. Your
Yep.
hygiene is bad. You're sleeping around with everybody. You know what I'm saying? You pregnant and you
Your
still
bunch
letting the
of
new dude come pop
BVs,
up in you.
yeast infection, UTI having
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
Y'all pregnant and y'all be letting other guys come inside you. It's crazy. They ain't even a daddy. And then you be like,
Not
he
you,
looking out for
Raina.
me. He want to take care of me. He love me. No, no, no. He
No.
just can get you pregnant.
He trying to
Sis,
put a
this ain't
nut
it.
in you. That the realest thing this nigga said was, "Oh, she chose my nut. Not
Right.
she chose me. She chose a
Chose
family.
my,
I
not
chose
my
you.
legacy. Not my legacy. She chose me to have a
My
legacy with. She chose me to create a seed for our future. No, 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 no. He like my nut in parentheses, baby. In parentheses. Did you see it in parentheses? I was like, he stipulated nuts. What type of
Jamie,
dude was you messing with?
Hmm.
Hey, Jamie.
Jamie
That girl,
girl, we
both of
need to
y'all.
hear. Jamie got a Caucasian husband. We know them Caucasians ain't doing this shit. You tell us what you
No,
think,
no, no,
sis.
no, no. Well,
What?
it
Caucasians will do it
depends.
too.
First of all, let me tell you something. So I went to not I'm gonna say predominant, not predominant. It was a white high school and junior high school. I was
Okay.
I was the only black girl there, and then one of my she wasn't my girlfriend at the time. I didn't know her. She just came, and I was like, okay, we best friends now. All right. But this school is one of the best schools you can go to.
Uh
It
huh.
actually it's one of the best schools you go to in the U.S.
Okay.
But what I heard from well, both of us, but especially when I was there the first year and I didn't know anything about any of this, those white kids told all their parents' business. And here's where I'm going to link it. Okay, the abortion laws and stuff. The
Mm
reason why they've cracked down on the abortion laws is, especially here down in the South, is because white people's numbers are dropping.
hmm. Mm
Say that.
hmm.
When I
Mm
was when I was in school, I knew a couple of girls whose moms had abortion. They were married, but they had abortions because it wasn't convenient. Particularly, and I already wrote it down there. Y'all might have seen it, but particularly this one girl, uh, her parents were going on vacation, and the mama was pregnant,
hmm.
and
Okay.
her mama had an abortion because she didn't want to be pregnant while she was on the vacation. Yes, this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about.
This is
I
white people shit.
check
It is.
exactly,
What?
exactly.
Girl,
I
I'm
mean,
just gonna fit. I'm gonna be Rihanna and fit my belly in this motherfucking bikini.
but yeah, I mean that's all it is. The white people's numbers are falling, and that's why. Yeah, they don't. Not that they cared about us in the first place. So don't think that.
Right.
But some people, and I am a Christian, but I don't let nobody piss on my boots and tell me it's raining. Okay, so
Yes.
Okay.
uh uh all of this is just about them. Of course, it's always about them because we live in their world.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is
So
so
anyway,
wild. It's so
but
wild.
let me just touch on this one thing too. Uh, a few weeks ago, I guess I think uh, I told you that. Shoot, I didn't forgot. What was I gonna say? Something. It was something that directly had bearing on this. And oh well, it's gone. Anyway, y'all get it. And when I tell you, I, I'm telling you, those kids, those girls, told all their
All the
parents.
business.
And but also too, here's the thing: most of those girls, and like I said, it was a very expensive school. Uh, uh, most of those kids all had they were all the product of second and third marriages. So
Yeah.
you hardly ever saw their old ass daddies.
Yeah.
They daddies were
Wow.
old. They had kids. They had their first set of kids, which were old enough to be the kids that I was going to school with's parents. Does that make sense?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, I tell you what. I'm glad. Well, I'm glad that I had the opportunity to see
Yeah.
and know at an early age what
What it
all the
was.
mm-hmm,
Yep.
I learned
exactly.
that early. I remember the first day in college, the first day when I went to FIT. I swear to you, my first class, we was all standing there. I'm nervous. You know, I have an imposter syndrome and shit. I'm nervous.
Oh,
And I remember these two white girls. I will never forget this shit. This girl is talking about, because again, a lot of this New York, a lot of stockbrokers, niggas in finance mess with fashion
mm-hmm,
girls. That's just
mm-hmm.
what it is.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, yeah, I'm graduating. She was in a class. She was like, yeah, I'm graduating. And I'm going to be a stay at home wife. And her homegirl was like, what's a bachelor's degree for? And she was like, yeah, so, you know, in case he ever
It's
think
your
he going to divorce me.
it's your MRS degree. That's what my grandmother always called it. Your MRS degree. When you go to college, you
I
go to
was blown. I was like, oh shit. I'm like, these
Yep.
white girls is sitting here plotting. She's like, I ain't gonna work. Work? What? She's like, work.
like my grandmother was married. My grandfather, he was a well. First of all, my grandmother had she already came from me, but my grandfather, he was a doctor. And then when after he passed, she married a few years later, and he was a former baseball player. We don't do. I never had the idea,
Never.
even though what happened between my buzzard and my daddy,
Uh,
I still did. I still, you get what I'm saying,
So,
or maybe
Jovi,
still, I don't
before
know.
I used to sit up there and have these little white quote unquote friends growing up. And, I would be cool hanging around with all of them, the Arabics and everything, learning from the Asians, all that, right? And
Oh,
the
we didn't
most
have none of
amazing of them all were the white women who would tell me, these white girls telling me about, like, well, if we hang around such and such because, we're taught that if you meet white girls, if you're in the audience, go ahead and just drop a one and say if I'm telling the truth or not. They said that their parents said that if they gon' date a black guy, he
that.
got to be a certain caliber, and you find them when you're in middle school, high school, and you latch on to them. If they think you smart, those be the ones when you see like white parents that are investing in your kid, they
Mm-hmm.
plotting on your kid. That is called making sure that you stay loyal and humble to the people that's been around you. And then the
yep.
first thing that they say when they make it, they be acting like, well, it was these people who stood by me and my white girlfriend, and I was a nerd, or I wasn't cute, but I played ball. She came
No,
to all
they
my
knew the
games.
game, and
They
they
knew
would.
the game, y'all. That's the game we
You
don't
want
know. And we get
honestly?
that
You want to
MRS
hear me?
degree.
I tell my freaking 13-year-old now the game, ma'am. When you go
Yeah.
to college, I expect you to get a degree and a husband. Okay?
Okay.
Look, I remember.
Okay.
Y'all remember when Abby went to college? Right before she went to college, we had the. I went with we. Well, I let her watch the videos and all like that, but IUD, IUD. End of story. You're not gonna
IUD.
ruin your college years. And she's a junior. She'll be a senior in the fall. She's doing great.
Do great. Live your best life, ma'am. Learn to put on some makeup. Go outside like you somebody, and go find you a husband. Because that's what these white girls go to college to do.
Y'all see, I only got one kid, and when I didn't even want to go to college. I was like, if I'm gonna go to college, it's only gonna be to find a husband. Yeah, I'll do all of this different stuff. I ain't gonna waste no money, get the degree. But that ain't what I was going for.
You
That is
know,
not what I was going for.
I learned
And
that
after I
shit
got my
that day.
daughter and I couldn't have my second with the same man, when he passed away, all these guys that was talking about all of that sweet stuff, trying to get in my ear, baby, listen, I ain't having not another baby, and I ain't married. The man I was with, we were almost married. So no, that is not my life. You ain't about to be pumping me up. This ain't how this is about to go.
I know what I was gonna say.
15 years,
And
no
this
extra baby.
this
Couture, huh?
is going
Listen, they got her. They got her, and she allowed her to be got. And I don't want to laugh at her because this
I don't want to laugh at her because it could be, honestly, it could be any one of our dumbass daughters, cousins, nieces.
Any of that. So I'm not trying to laugh at her. It's just
we need to do better.
Girl, what were you thinking?
Common sense.
All of the flags that you could ever imagine. They were right there for her.
In her fucking face. In her face. She could have died. She could. Couture asked a good question. Will she be able to have children in the future? Hopefully so. But and however, this nigga was feeding her abortion pills throughout 5 fucking months of her pregnancy. 5-6 months.
Messing up her womb. Messing up her vagina wall.
I'm gonna try and bring me Tylenol. I'm just saying.
Most men I know, I gotta bring them the pill.
How is she not feeling highly awkward all the time, being fed on the daily abortion pills? I do realize that those pills
exactly. Will she be able to have kids after this? I mean, this is criminal. Somebody needs to go. I need for both him and the sister to go to jail. I need both of them to go to jail.
I agree. What we got going on here? Sorry, gotta grab that in the chat.
She said real men don't talk to women like that. They don't. All of that shit. That was him creating a defense.
Absolutely.
That's what the defense attorneys are going to be talking about.
And probably for him, the best thing she could have ever said is, I had an ABORT.
Yep.
If that didn't help his case even better, that might be why he ain't arrested.
Yep. That's exactly why he's not arrested. Because common sense is common. She did that shit because she's stupid.
Well, she's young too. I mean, like I said earlier.
That's why I tell my daughter all the time.
Two different things. Homegirl probably got dragged up.
I tell my daughter all the time, when y'all have daughters, you already know. They hate when you tell them anything, especially at this age. They know everything. But the reality is, I'm going to tell you because somebody got to tell you, sis. If I drop dead tomorrow, I need to know that when you're 20, when you're 21, 22, whatever, like when you're going through life and shit crazy, something gonna click. My mama said. My mama said. Like it might be annoying.
Not you learning from somebody else.
Not you learning because this is what this chick is learning. She in her early 20s, and this is what you learning. Somebody was supposed to, just like them Caucasian women put their daughters onto game from like 10. We should be putting our daughters onto game. Early.
My daughter know the game.
I learned from the white girls. What are you talking about? I learned from the white girls.
You heard me say I didn't have a problem hanging around none of them girls. I was
I
learning
learned
from
from
the
the white
Asians, the
girls.
Arabic,
Exactly.
the white girls. I was like, I'm gonna learn from them all. They were like, why you hanging with such a good look, be quiet. Okay, I'm learning.
They gonna
I'm
teach me
learning.
how.
Let me do my thing.
They gonna teach me how to bag a fucking finance nigga. Stock broke out this hole.
Okay.
Couture,
Listen,
thank you so much. She
you
said,
know,
"Lady, you are the prize. The sperm chases the egg." Enough
enough
said.
said.
Enough said.
Yes.
Determined to chase
Yes.
the egg.
They are
Now
Yes.
determined,
listen,
child.
I'm gonna tell y'all this funny one. And I ain't really never told nobody about it, but I'm gonna tell y'all this funny one, okay? Now, I had my daughter or whatnot, right? There was this
Mm-hmm.
guy that I used to date maybe like 3 years prior to I had my daughter. And he worked at the gas station, right?
I love
He was
600-pound life. Sorry,
who?
sorry, sorry,
Oh,
Lord
sorry,
have
okay,
sorry.
mercy.
okay.
sorry.
So listen, I was dating this guy at the gas station, and
um.
he put like this gas tag thing on my car. So for the ladies who have ever dated a man who worked at the gas station, because I know this has happened in both Detroit and New York, he put this little gas thing on my car, right? So if I was to go to a gas station of the same brand somewhere else or
Okay.
certain locations that were listed, I would get free gas, right? But when
Okay.
he told
Oh yeah.
me, yeah, when we got serious and his parents met me or whatever, he was like, listen, he was like, there's a couple of things I need you to know. And he was talking about like stuff like gas. You part of the family, so you don't get to get free gas like that all the time everywhere. And I was like, what? So, I'm
Well,
like, turned off. That don't sound like a provider thing to do. So,
Yeah.
nonetheless, y'all, listen, when me and him broke up, me and the family, I would still see them because they own certain gas stations, right? So they were still
Okay.
being nice to me or whatever. But when I say that they thought that when they saw me bringing in a baby one day, getting gas, because I'll never leave my baby in the car. She gonna walk in with me.
oh, of
Mm-hmm.
Just in
course.
case somebody snatched the car, I don't want my baby in it.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So
No.
I walked her in there. And when I say Pops came from the security room to come and look, hold a conversation, and then mom was talking to me, I was like, yeah, blah blah blah, you actually smacky. I never really mentioned, who the dad was. I didn't think it was a conversation. But when I say that they thought it was him and they sent him back to his country,
Mm.
but guess what was
That's
still happening
practical.
though, y'all? I
Practical.
really didn't even know this was going on. It took years. I didn't know this was going on. They sent him back, right? And he had told me, like, my parents sent me back, but he didn't tell me why. I guess I was supposed to just naturally know why. Didn't know why. But listen, y'all, too funny. For years, y'all hear me? For years, when
Mm-hmm.
I would come into that gas station or the neighboring gas station that was down the street, when I say whenever my daughter came in there, they gave her whatever she wanted and would always just give her some money.
Mm.
I was like, it's so odd that they do that. It's sweet, but it's so odd. Maybe because they like me that much, right? And
No.
then
No.
finally, the sister said, my brother wanted to talk to you, blah, blah, blah. I'm talking to the sister. She like, my parents think that that's my brother's baby. What?
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 Really?
So he's supposed to be planning to come back to take over the gas station. And so that's why the sister, like, this is why this is a problem, right?
Oh
I was
wow.
like, oh my gosh.
Oh my
Like, is y'all
gosh.
about to think that y'all about to get us married or something to deflect
Yeah.
from
Oh
this
my
baby?
lord.
I
Mm-hmm.
thought it was so, I mean, like for years, y'all, going in the gas station, my daughter could pick out whatever she wanted. My
You know what?
gas
I would
was
have never said
completely free.
nothing.
Yeah, I didn't really think that that was the reason why. I
I
just
would
thought
never
maybe they
say
really
nothing.
liked me. They had been knowing me since I was a kid, y'all. Matter of fact, the daddy tried to holler at me before.
Oh
And then when
lord.
I told the dad I don't date older men, he introduced me to his son, and I thought that was funny. I was like, what is y'all doing? That's strange. But anyway, listen, for years. And then after she would always get something, they would hand me money. When she was a baby, handed it
Mm-hmm.
to me. When she got to be like 9, 10 years old, they was handing it to her. And I was just so like, that is so nice of them. Like they must have really liked me and feel sorry for me. thinking that I'm a single mother or something because her dad done passed away. And the whole time they were thinking he
They were
fathered my
like,
baby.
Uh-huh.
I was like, that is so fun. First of all, we had never had sex. So I'm like, did you ever tell your parents that we never had sex? He was like, they just didn't believe me. I was like,
You know what?
wow.
I would have kept on getting
I
whatever.
would have. I'd have been like, all right. I would have said nothing.
But
Okay.
you know, listen, after so many years, you know, I'm back in Detroit,
though.
right? I'm back in Detroit. And listen, y'all, while I've been back in Detroit, same gas station, same family folks, they remember his little brother now owns it, right? So he be like, man, she's so grown now. Like she's a big kid. Tall and stuff, right? Like she taller than me, y'all. So they like, man, like I remember when she was little and blah, blah, blah. And then sometimes they might throw it in like, you sure that ain't my brother's baby? And I'd be like, oh, look, y'all go look up. Is he married? Where he at nowadays? He coming to the gas station every now and then. And I would see him. But when remember I told y'all before that even still now today, I go to the same gas station and they do not let me get out my car to pump my gas.
Well,
They come out and pump my gas for me. Look, DC the Purple Diva, I told y'all I am like an innocent woman majority of the time. I know some of the game, but this here,
child,
yeah.
I play stupid. Jada like, huh? Jada good at that shit. You hear her? And she like, what? Huh?
What? Well, let them keep on keeping on. Like, listen, okay. I was just the mere fact that still going to the gas stations now and they still sit up there and make little comments and be like, are you sure? Because like she even started to have a certain look to her. And I'm like, no. But I think it's because her dad is mixed with Arabic and Indian, or excuse me, Arabic and Italian.
That's
so I
probably
think
why.
sometimes some of her features, they be like, but I'm like, she looked just like me, y'all. Come on. And they be like, but it's something about her. And I'll be like,
okay,
y'all just want me to say it. But if y'all want to claim her, let her continue to get free stuff at the gas station. Because still now, she still get free stuff from the gas station. I still don't have to get out my car to pump no gas. Keep it up. Do what you got to do. But see, that's the difference in between me and y'all out here tossing this booty to the wind. Did y'all hear me say this nigga ain't never got no booty? He ain't got the booty. He ain't got the kitty. I ain't gave him no head. But his family respected me enough. And this is what they decided to do. Even though they threw him back to his country, he back now. But they threw him back to his country to keep from the embarrassment, but they still handled their business with my daughter, thinking that it's his. Y'all.
And they would keep on thinking that. If it was me, they'd keep on thinking it, okay?
Listen, they be like, how are you doing? My daughter be cracking up like, they always ask me stuff. And I be like, I be wanting to be like, baby, because they think that you belong with them.
No. You say, because that's your family.
It's your family, boo. You got like 3 daddies.
Look, as long as she's still getting free stuff, I don't have no word to say. I mean, I done said it, but they be looking like, are you sure?
Listen, that's Arab daddy, okay? Listen.
Hey, yo, baby girl, get whatever you want out the store. And sometimes I be like, no, she don't need all of that stuff. Let her have it. I be like, okay, look, if you need anything here, let me slide you a little money. I be like, oh. And the people in the gas station be looking at us weird too, y'all. Let me add that. The guys don't like it at all.
Like, mind your business. Mind your business.
The guys don't like it at all. When I walk out the gas station, sometimes they be like, you know, all they want to do is plug you in the booty. I be like, y'all so ignorant.
And it ain't none of your damn business. Maybe I like being plugged in the booty.
Maybe I like being plugged in the booty.
Plugging you in the booty, okay? It's brothers, y'all out here trying to plug them in the booty too.
None of that.
They all trying to plug a nigga in the booty. I don't want to hear it.
The ones that are saying stuff, they just trying to get us. That's all.
Okay. But I love it every time I go into the gas station, child. And matter of fact, my mother get the benefit too sometimes. When they realize that we had moved, My mother said that she had started going to the gas station. They asked about me, and they started pumping her gas too.
Oh
So I
wow.
thought it was very nice. Like I said, I had grew up, and those people within their family, they were all still owning the gas station. So they've seen me grow up. They've, seen my mother and stuff. So,
Yeah.
like I
Wow.
said, y'all, listen, y'all can choose to date these guys that ain't
Got
placing you nowhere in
shit.
value if you want to.
It's so many
It's so much better
opportunities
when
to
you do the
have
right
a
thing.
man. It's so many opportunities. That's what I can't get past. It's so many men out here that will give you everything for a bunch of nothing.
Okay.
I don't understand. Like, it's so literally, I live off niggas.
Y'all mad at the simp?
I don't understand. I don't
Y'all better
understand.
enjoy these guys.
And I'm 41. How the fuck?
Okay.
I
I'm
get
40.
I don't make enough YouTube. Y'all see I ain't do shit in the last month. I didn't make enough money to pay my rent. Who the fuck y'all think pay my rent? I understand. Like, so when I hear this struggle bullshit, I
I
can't.
understand it.
I don't know about it.
What
And
the
y'all be
fuck is you
letting guys,
doing?
look, y'all be out here
But
letting guys tell y'all
What's your
that
worth?
it's wrong for y'all to want
One
something out of a man that y'all be
girl.
out here dealing with. Oh my goodness.
Girl. Girl, I told you about the entertainment girl. Pissed me off. I'm here because I love me 90 Day Fiance, 600 pounds. I'm here watching the shit because I didn't watch the episode. And she done made me pissed off. And pissed me off. I'm like, this is the only black couple, okay, this season. All right, Bilal. This the nigga name. Okay, Bilal, you a millionaire, Bilal. Oh, you got money. He testing bitches. And then the woman he tests ain't with the shits. Because she Trini. She ain't with the shits. And she wrong? What? Because what? Black women shouldn't want nothing. Anything. Struggle and suffer.
I'll keep my lame ass donkey dick white man I'm just fine.
Listen.
Mm-hmm.
Listen.
And everybody can talk all the damn well want to. Guess what? I'm happy.
You good. Listen.
Okay.
Listen.
Look,
I'll be
that's why
around
I'm
here
sitting here on the phone
happy.
with y'all, living here, on here doing nothing. Oh, Joe, I was gonna tell you this. I forgot. Okay, my grandmother had to tell me that Brian. She had to explain to me that Brian didn't want me working no more. This was after I had.
She had to explain it to you.
But you know, I used to anyway. I used to show dogs and all that. You know, all the stuff that goes on along there. And I would have to leave. You know, go out of town. So when my youngest boy was born, my grandmother she fell and she hit her head, so she stayed with us for about 6 months. And Brian I said, well, you know, the baby's older now and I can go back on the, you know, and get back out there. And he was saying something, I don't remember exactly. He's very soft spoken, he doesn't push issues, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And my grandmother, she told me, girl, he trying to tell you he don't want you to work no more. She said it just like that.
Listen, listen, that's a blessing. Listen, the world, it feels like, it's like if you're a black woman, like they just throw the world on your back and expect us to carry it.
Mm-hmm.
Any black woman who does not have to work and have a man that is providing for her, ma'am.
But the thing also was because
What's wrong? You know, hold on 1 second. What's wrong?
I got disconnected. It shouldn't even show the other person.
Okay, let me remove her. Okay,
Okay.
I got it. Go
I'm on the
ahead.
same device, so I don't know how it showed both.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. I got it.
I don't know what I was saying. So.
Oh, we got distracted, child. Couture said these
Yeah,
men
I
will
got
take care
disconnected,
of
so I ain't
you.
even hear it.
Yes, they
Yes,
will.
they will. Yeah,
Yes,
Yes,
they
they will. And the
will.
problem is the women who don't think that they can get, like the E Entertainment girl. This girl is on fucking E. She's on E. And
Mm.
she's still like the degradation. You telling any nigga that you ever dating just by how you are presenting this show that he don't have to do shit for you.
Mm-hmm.
He can
Okay.
show up with nothing. He can lie and tell. He can show up. He can be financially irresponsible. Because, mind you, this man is running around with Louis Vuitton luggages. Okay? Louis
Mm.
Vuitton luggages, Rolexes, $1,000 suits. But he live in a house that's falling apart.
And probably
Oh.
ain't got no food in the refrigerator. Yeah.
As a grown woman, my thought was, as a grown woman, I would be concerned that a man brought me from another country and he lied to me so I can come here and fucking struggle.
Right.
No, 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 no.
What's wrong with the girl saying, like, how do you have Louis Vuitton luggage but your ceiling falling down? This is an adequate
Girl,
question. I need to
Really?
know. I
She
want to know.
Well, heifer, you
I
hustling
want to know.
backwards.
And she just
Hustling
making, and she
backwards.
just acting like the girl, and she's acting like, I don't know, and I don't know if it's, because she Caribbean, and she was pulling her Black American card, like, you should be happy you get what you get, or if she really thought that this black woman should have just been happy with anything a nigga gave her.
That's what it is.
That's what it came down to.
That's what it came.
Shoot.
That and that, I honestly, can I be honest? I would have felt better if it was, oh, I don't, this Trini bitch. I would have felt better. I felt like it could have been any black woman from anywhere, and she still would have behaved that way and acted like she was supposed to just be happy that a nigga even breathed next to her.
Mm.
Look, me and Jay both go,
Right. Mm.
mm,
See, this ain't where it's at. Y'all, listen,
mm.
ladies, I can't say it enough. We got to do better.
Better. I'm
We've been mad about some
exhausted.
stuff.
And
We need to choose
but
better.
also we need to, as black women, come together.
That too.
Yes.
We need to be
Because
able
Somebody
to
gotta teach
talk
them.
without you thinking that I'm hating on you at 19. Sis,
and
I
there
wish I had somebody, like I said, I had game at
I
19.
didn't
I wish somebody put me on to even, I was telling my brother the other day, I was like, yo, if I knew the shit I knew now, I said, bro, I would have married like 3 white men before I hit 30. And my
Okay.
brother was here falling out laughing. I said, bro, I would have married three white men before I hit 30. I'd have been set up forever.
I say that all the time too. I be like, look, it ain't that I can't get married. When I'm on the other side, they be quick, okay? We ain't
Quick.
even at a year yet,
Quick.
and they are ready. They
Quick
trying
to
to
put
put
it
me off
here.
the market.
Oh,
I'm not
another
stressed
place
out.
where to find a good.
So, you know what it is? Some women
Depot.
get married, and Home Depot is a good place.
Home Depot.
Okay.
Some women get married, and it's crazy because you always hear it's the same women who get proposed to a million times. I been proposed to about 4 times my damn self. It's the same women. Some women, and my thing is like, maybe you should listen to the women who've been proposed to multiple
Yeah.
times.
Exactly.
Maybe you should listen to the women who know what they talking about because they attracting it, whether I keep them or not. They offering me a
right.
ring.
They are offering you a
That's what I'm
ring.
talking about
Ring a ding
the old,
ding, baby.
the
I be trying to stick
I
with the
call them
black men because I know what I'm attracted to. That's
That's
really what it
mine.
is, y'all.
Just pour
My
some and throw it
attraction
back.
for black men is just so strong. I mean, imagine knowing that I like dark skinned men, but then I'm looking at pale faces and light brights all day. And then I see a black man walk by, I'm like, oh my king, oh
Oh,
my God. That is what I need. I am so sorry, sweetheart. I can't move no further with you. This ain't it. This ain't it. And I don't want to cheat on you.
Listen.
Okay, I'm just being
Listen,
real.
I say all the time, and that's why I say, and I like to be specific when I say that. I recognize that there's a lot of trash ass black motherfuckers out here. I recognize that. I also recognize that my personality attracts good men. I don't get some of the black men that some of these women get. So I comprehend, Jada, you don't get some of the black men a lot of our sisters fucking get. And I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna be very honest with you. It's how y'all presenting yourselves. I'm gonna keep it a buck. How you started. I tell, she just left. I tell my daughter, be a bitch all day. Pull it back a little bit. A little bit. Stand in your truth. Be okay with it. Because if you're not okay with you,
my daughter is going to 16. I got ready to say my daughter. But I got ready to say my sister, excuse me. My daughter is 16 years old, right? And sometimes when we are out somewhere, we don't always walk around with each other. Mm-hmm. And so when she's away from me, when she gets in my eye view, I am watching to see what the men are doing, what she's doing. Yeah. And they are they not for sure. I feel like
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm still panicky about that one. My baby's still 13. Still panicky. I can't deal with it. I can't.
Okay, but look, my daughter can pull them. And people be like, well, she young. No. Because it is a lot of young girls that are pulling men for booty for cash. My daughter is walking through, they watch the way she talks. I look at them. They watch how she talks when she asks
she presents herself. Yep.
How she's walking, what she's doing, how she flips her hair.
Yep.
And I just be looking at these men like, look at these fools here. Then I walk over and they looking like, are they sisters or are you her mother? And then they looking like we acting alike. They start watching us, and my daughter giggles off of it. She thinks it is so funny. She thinks it's so funny. She be like, why do they act like that when they see us? And she was thinking earlier on, because she was black. But I'm like, no, baby.
No, because you're beautiful.
You look and handle yourself.
And the way you present yourself.
Yes. Exactly. The way that you are got them looking at you no matter what race they are. They looking at you like, wow. Mm-hmm. I like that.
Yep.
That's why they're always so nice to you.
Yeah.
They're always, no matter where we going, my daughter recognizes, and my mother would hate it, but my mother is so fussy. She's so fussy. And then when she fusses at different people in the store, I come behind her and I be like, is my mama driving y'all crazy? And I make them laugh and giggle. And my mother be cracking up because sometimes she realizes, she getting nicer now, but she realizes sometimes people put free items in my bag. You hear me? Because I'm so nice. Yeah. I'm so sweet. I make them laugh. I get them giggles. I make their day. When my mother walked, my mother kept putting these baskets. She kept putting these big old little flower basket bins on the thing. And I said, Mama, she already got it. Now listen, we talking about a woman here. This is a woman treating me nice today. Mm-hmm. I'm like, Mama, she already got it. Because the lady done already blinked her eye at me, okay? She was like, oh, she was like, these are so nice. And she winked at me and moved them to the side. She didn't scan them or nothing. My mother like, you ain't even scan them.
Girl, stop talking. I'd be like, Mom.
She did. We get outside. She looking at the receipt. She like, the lady so dumb. She ain't even, Mama.
No, she ain't dumb. It's that charm. When I tell my baby that all the time. I'm like, all you got to do is give it to him. All you got to do. You woke up looking like that. Okay. You smart. All you gotta do is turn that charm on.
Turn it on.
That's it. The world is at your foot. I learned that early. My mama, one thing I learned from my mama, she a Libra. Turn that charm on, a nigga will give you his life.
Okay.
I've watched it. I've watched men with money too. Right. Me too. I've watched men kill other men over trash bitches. Kill them.
Okay.
Dead. Over trash.
Mad at the rest of us.
Do you know what they will do for you if they think you aren't? Oh my God.
Yes. ladies, I know it may seem cool to be hard and be a bad bee and be out here acting like you're running things like a
No, it
man.
ain't.
Be
No,
a
it ain't.
lady.
Listen,
Mm-mm.
Be a
Mm-mm.
woman.
you ain't even got to go through all of that energy if you just relax
Relax. Be
and
a
be a
girl.
woman. Watch stuff fall at your feet. You ain't even got to be the prettiest. I know girls that ain't
You
even
don't.
cute.
You
They ain't even
don't.
cute. You wondering why that ugly chick got that
Why she
nice good
winning?
man that's
Huh.
over there taking good care of her, loving on her, posting pictures with her on that really really big girl, and I hate to say it that way, but that real big girl with
But
a little
it's
Mexican
true.
husband. They
It's
got
true.
videos and stuff all on the internet. He love that woman, y'all. Love that woman big or not. And y'all be out here mad in a mug in the comments. You know why?
Yep.
Because
'Cause-
she understood that even while she was big and wasn't the prettiest, all she had to do was throw on that charm, y'all.
Yep.
Got that
Yep.
man laying at her feet all the time.
She
Yep.
understood
They
that she
started
was
videos
she
of him
had
laying right there on
value.
her body, rubbing her leg and stuff. I be
Damn
like, y'all
right.
see this?
Oh my goodness. Hold on. What'd you say about leg rubbing?
Leg rubbing.
Look,
Listen, because
what
she
brought
knows her value. And that's what Jada. That's why I say a lot. Like when you know your value, that's why I'm not gonna get on here and argue with a nigga ever. I'm never going to his channel to argue my value. No way. Can you imagine? No. What?
No.
What are we talking about? It sounds insane. A man would never. Even the trashy of the trash niggas would never. He would never.
Okay.
Okay? Like ever.
It's
Something
wild out
I did not do. I did not send my daughter to charm school.
I want to send my daughter to charm school. I told her if she
we
gets
start
into
at charm
Exeter,
school?
she's going to charm school. But
Can we start at
we're in
charm
New York.
school, y'all?
I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm trying.
You do it
I'm
in New
trying.
York,
I
Jovi. I'll
taught
do it in
Abby
Detroit
everything
and
I learned.
Atlanta. Where
I'm
you at over
trying.
there again?
I'm really trying. I think she's in Texas.
In Texas.
I
Okay,
think
I got a
Jamie.
niece. I got a
Yeah.
niece out in Texas. Look her up, Jay
Like I'm
Ladon.
trying.
Right?
I'm really trying to start a charm
Jay
school because
Ladon,
I feel like we need it. I feel like that's what I gotta do. I gotta do something.
It is.
Because like even if I don't give a fuck even if I just hit 100 girls in my life, that's 100 girls who's gonna have a great legacy.
A better, exactly.
Absolutely.
And children who will black women and children who will even if like I've really been saying that and I really feel like it. I need my beauty school because I need at least a little. If you get like 10 of these little girls, change their whole mind. Can you imagine? That's 10 women who would have been baby mamas who are now wives.
Yep.
Who are now wives and know how to train their daughters and train their granddaughters. Okay.
And their nieces and their auntie them. And even their mamas, because even sometimes even your mama need to learn the game. Because my mama got game, but I put my mama even onto more game.
Okay, my mother is getting better. My mother used to run things. Okay, she getting better.
The old aunts. And what I mean by old aunts, I mean, one was my grandmother's. Well, to me, she was my twice great grand aunt.
Okay.
So that's why I call them my old aunts.
Old aunts. Yes.
They're all passed now, but I was in my 20s when I lost my last two.
Mm-hmm.
They live to be real old anyway. What did I say like that? Oh, they were the ones who put me on. Like, and Catherine, she was married 7 times. Hey, look, you ain't got to
listen.
You ain't got to stay with them, but you just married. She was married 7 times, and Clara was married.
So many of these women can't get one husband. They can't get one.
How do you not?
I can't even get a man to pay their bills without asking for money.
Listen, they can't even get a man to go to the corner store to buy them a soda without paying them back the $2.
Girl,
oh my goodness!
You had 5 houses. One she used as a room. She had a boarding house. It was so big she used it as a boarding house.
Yeah, that type of stuff give me a headache. And listen, ladies, we ain't trying to dog y'all out. That's not what we doing.
I don't want to. If y'all think we want the best
We
for
just want you to be
you.
yeah,
smart.
this is love talk. I wouldn't say this if I didn't
If
love
I didn't
you.
mean,
Okay?
if I didn't care, I would let you look stupid. That's why I think these younger girls, they live in this world where they think older women, oh, you hating on me? No, bitch. No! I want you to win so bad. So bad. But you are not hearing me. Like,
Yes,
even my
right.
daughter, little kids don't listen to their mamas. And even and she's a Taurus, so she's hard-headed on top of that. But it's like, and I say all the time, I don't want you to have to experience. Like, how the hell I get on YouTube and tell everybody how to run their life when my own kid don't listen?
Right. Right.
She crying in school, a boy. I'm like, but I done gave you the game. I gave you the game. But again,
and the hormones and all that stuff,
As long as they
and
know the game,
mom don't know. Mom, I don't know. You like 100, mom.
I don't allow my kids to call me mom. I hate it, but and the reason why is because of the white kids. I got enough of them saying,
F you, mom.
mom, exactly like that.
I don't even like it. I like mommy, but she don't want to call me mommy.
Well,
I to be shady. When I used to be upset at my mom, I used to call her Mother Dearest. If you know, you know. If you don't, you know. So my daughter, she calls me mom or Mother Dearest, and when she called me Mother Dearest, I already know it's smoke. I already know it's smoke.
Well, I already know when my daughter started calling me old lady and stuff.
Oh.
She started calling me old lady or got old lady terms.
Did they have color TVs when you were young?
Yeah, I don't know if y'all saw the video yet, but my daughter was laughing at me because, she my motivator / instigator. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to do this stuff at the gym. And she like, well, is it because of the accident that you can't do it no more? Or is it because you're 40 now?
Oh, the smoke.
I know.
You know what I say? I say it's cool because when my grandkids come, I got them.
Exactly.
I got them.
My grandkids, my great grandkids, and my great grandkids. I'm gonna tell
toss her right under the bus, Jada. When the grandkids come, that's when you make up for all of the shade that she been giving you.
Absolutely. It's so funny because I know she do it with a lot of love. This tender care. She's so sweet with it. But I think I done told y'all before. In my family, we play the dozens. You got to learn how to adapt. You gotta rip them. In this family, we ripping them, but it's in love.
Yeah.
You say what?
We oftentimes refer to each other as you black cow. Not me and my daughter, but my aunt, my aunts, the ones that are my brother's sisters.
Yeah.
Those aunts. Yeah, we call it you black cow, you scallywag. What?
No, when I call my brother a copper color motherfucker, he know it's smoke.
Hold on, wait, listen, y'all. I call my
sister.
He's
a copper color motherfucker. I'm a black bitch, and we about to fight.
I called my sister a bastard the other day.
Woo!
I'm just like, oh, you bastard. She was like,
I got it, daddy.
You're the only one of my kids that's a bastard. I was like, oh.
When you rip it, I remember my cousin, she's crazy. I gotta go see her ass tomorrow. She called her sister, who was a out of marriage child. We didn't know when we were young. We were just like, she's here. When were you pregnant? Okay, whatever. Anyway, she was like, what she said? She called them skirt babies.
What? Skirt babies. Okay, so
we're in our 30s. Why? Well, I'm in my 40s now. At the time, why are you calling your sister a skirt baby? Calm down. Calm down.
Wait a minute, Couture Bay. You said you called her what?
Okay, so this is my cousin's rationale. A skirt baby, because a married man there. This is my cousin. A married man can't lay with a woman who not his wife. So you have to pick up your skirt and bend you over. Am I for bend you over? So you're skirt baby because I gotta lay with you because I'm married to my mother.
Right. Yeah.
I was like, what?
See what
I'm
I'm saying?
like, okay.
Mm-mm.
Skirt baby it is, I guess.
I've never heard that.
And we
I
call
never.
them sweet babies.
Well, maybe that's where
That's
she
what
get
we
it
call
from. And she just said skirt babies. I was like, oh yeah. She was like, because he got to bend you over and pick up your skirt in the staircase. I said, oh bitch. No.
Wait a minute. Well,
Hmm.
sometimes that can be fun. Maybe.
Listen. She made that shit saucy.
Maybe trying to make it. Okay.
She made that
That is
saucy.
hilarious.
That's the thing. I hope no one comes in
That's the
on
thing.
us.
Oh. But listen, y'all, if y'all don't do nothing else, rekindle yourself, heal yourself, and rekindle.
Yes.
Sometimes you just gotta take a step back
Yes.
and look at your situation and ask yourself, are you worth it? And if you tell yourself this is what you deserve, but you know it's bad, then guess what? You need healing. That is from a broken mindset.
Yep.
Get yourself together.
Together.
Get your stuff together. It only takes you just to loving yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
10 steps a day will get you back to where you really need to be. The natural reset of being a
Yep.
feminine woman.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
And anybody who don't like it, let me tell you, they ain't nothing but some haters, whether they man or a woman.
Yep.
Exactly.
Whether
They
they are a
hide
man or a woman,
themselves.
if they don't want you to sit in the most positive, beautiful way that you could be, they ain't nothing but your hater. They don't want to see you make it. They don't want to
Live
see you
your
succeed.
best life.
They
They
don't
want
want
you
you
to
happy.
struggle.
They
They
don't
want
want
your
your bills
back
paid.
broken.
Yeah,
They want your
they liked
back
it better
fucked
when
up.
you were beneath them, and now you trying to be better. They can't have that
They
in
can't
their life.
stand it.
If a man don't like that you moving different, then guess what? You ain't dealing with
Get
a
a
man.
new man. There you
You
go.
ain't dealing with a man. I'm telling
There
you,
you
because
go.
no man that ain't gonna want his woman
To
to be in
do.
that type of energy. But the man who don't want you to be good.
There you go. There
He
you
like you
go.
broken. He
He
like
wants
you
you
sitting up there
broken.
thinking that he the best thing that ever happened to you.
So he can toss you to the side, not invest in you, not in because who would invest in a woman who don't even invest in herself?
Yep.
Okay?
You
How
don't
many
even
of y'all
think you
have been
worth
dealing
shit.
with how many of y'all have been dealing with a man? And I know it's gonna be some slim pickings because we over here on Joe B show. But somebody gonna be watching this. How many of y'all have sat up there and decided to choose better for yourself, or your man just left you for something that was better than you, right? And you looked up and you became his side chick.
Ooh!
Whoa.
Ooh!
That hit hard, didn't it? That hit
Ooh!
hard. It's several of y'all running out here. This used to be your man. And now
Whoa.
you his side chick.
There's
And he's
there's
still
another couple like
doing
that
his
on
work
90 Day
better than you.
Fiance. No.
Okay?
The one where they just get out of jail. It's
Mm,
one of those.
I tell you
It's
what,
one of those.
I'm
that's
acting like
crazy.
I'm shocked, but my grandmother is the only child between her father and her mother. Okay, my great grandfather that's her daddy. Grandpa had 15 children.
Okay.
Well, okay, hold on. He had five out of wedlock with another woman, obviously out of wedlock, with another
Okay.
woman that wasn't my grandmother's mother, wasn't I call her Nanny, that wasn't
Mm,
Nanny. And she died in 61. He kept on having babies. My grandmother has 15 brothers. Well, she has two sisters. One passed away, but so it's all together counting my grand. It was 16 of them.
Oh wow.
mm,
But
Wow.
I know grandmother told me with this one story. They were at the grocery. She was a little girl or a young girl, and they were she and Nanny were at the grocery store, and she saw uh, the woman. I just call her the woman, and she told the woman, um, Tell Arthur to be home for dinner.
Huh?
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Well, let me look. Let me look
And
left, look right.
Okay, Arthur.
exactly.
Bring
And
your
then
ass home.
Arthur, you better
Right.
take your ass home to Beulah tonight.
Mm.
For she beat the fool out of me. Because
Okay.
she wasn't the one. She was real soft. She was passive, very passive, extremely too passive. And I think she was that way because of Big Mama and her sister and her own Name Jones
Probably.
sister,
Yeah.
because they were extremely aggressive.
Oh,
And
okay. So they made her, so she was soft because they were so
yeah,
hard.
yeah, I
Right.
think, and that's why I think that she was that way. But when she got serious, and she told that woman, tell Arthur to be home for dinner. You know, so she didn't have to really. He wasn't going nowhere. Was the thing.
Yeah. They
Yeah,
weren't.
he
They ain't
was
going nowhere back then.
yeah, you know, they lit the woman,
Mm.
and
Mm-hmm.
though and at the time, and with those kids, they lived probably 20 minutes away, 20 minutes away. So it was what he did that over across there, and then he come home. So,
Mm. Mm.
but that's what she allowed.
See that?
She
Yeah, I was
allowed
just
it.
ready to say that. Like,
Yeah.
see that's what you allow. And shout out to
Yeah.
Kitty Lickable. Thank you for being honest, honey. I'm telling you, I know there are some.
It's a lot of people.
The chick
I hear
on
it too
the
often.
chat,
I be looking at chicks and they be thinking they got the upper leg
You
sometimes too.
don't. You
They be
don't. And
like,
you be losing.
well,
You be
guess what? He got with that
losing.
chick and he be sleeping with me in the background. I'm like,
Child.
what?
Like
Like
these
you
people
think that she
whole
losing and she got the
losing.
ring or she got the house and the
and
money
Child, but
and you the
let's
side chick.
also
You went from
let's
being the main chick
also
to the side chick.
wait a minute, but let's also question the wife who go from the wife to the side chick.
but
Cause
let me say this though.
I know a couple
Okay?
of those. I know a couple of
I know that.
those
I
putting
know
their
that too.
husbands out, doing crazy shit. Cause then the husband then find a new bitch, a new life, a new everything, and now all of a sudden,
And now
but
they upset.
I didn't mean to leave. I didn't mean
Mhm. I gave an ultimatum
Girl.
that I did not mean.
to.
Now,
But she did not mean, and now
she
she
did not
lost her
mean to.
man. And now her
Uh-huh.
man is over there living happily with another bitch. And another bitch didn't even do nothing because you put your nigga out.
But thing was,
Okay?
grandpa had money, and grandmother was still his oldest, and at that
Mm.
time only daughter. Those other two daughters didn't come around till way later. So grandmother, she was spoiled. Grand was spoiled.
Okay.
She was spoiled. She was spoiled even up to I was about he was 13 when I died. I think it was her 55th
Be right back.
birthday. And my great grandfather, my grandpa, he bought her and my grandmother has a lead foot. She still does at 90. She'll be 90 in June. Anyway, he bought her and surprised her with a Dodge Challenger. This is obviously the old Dodge Challenger. It had
Mm-hmm.
been a race car, and he had it made street ready for her, and came and pulled up with a car with a bow on it. I was like, this is all
Okay.
she needs. This is all she needs.
Okay.
That's
Damn
what
right.
I was
That's
thinking.
all
I'm
I need.
like she really don't drive fast enough as it is. Even to this day, if I'm riding with her, she'll put her
Mm-hmm.
hand when she brakes. She puts her hand. I'm like, lady, you're in your 80s. Who are you protecting?
All
But that
right.
arm is
Oh
stiff.
my goodness.
That arm is stiff though.
Mm. Tell Arthur to be
So,
home.
Tell
I came
Arthur to
back
bring
laughing
his
at
ass
that.
home. Child, Arthur need to bring his ass home because nobody playing with him. Arthur gonna get his fucking
Okay.
ass cut
well,
today.
and
And
what
then I'm gonna make him still sit in this fucking house sliced and diced.
yeah,
First of
and
all,
see,
ladies,
that's
listen.
what my big mama, grandmother's mother. That's what she was about. That my grandmother had to physically stop her from cutting a woman's head off. I'm just this. I'm telling you, crazy. Crazy.
Listen.
So I'm
Right.
sure.
Listen, I
she
don't
had
want
a
nobody
car.
to be mad at me when I get ready to say this, right? Because I'm gonna say
Girl,
this.
just say it, girl.
I have
Just
been
say it. Go
dreading
say it.
saying this for a good while, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it. And if the man that's in the manosphere, when he see me in the manosphere, he gonna be like, "Y'all ain't
Okay.
gonna believe what she said over on the Jovi Beauty show."
And
But
I say
listen,
it again. Tell her, and I say it
I
again.
say it again.
and I'm gonna say it again. Listen, ladies, if you are married or in a relationship with a man who is paying the bills, but he ain't treating you right,
You got to go. Yeah.
yeah, hold on,
Well,
wait,
first
no,
of
no,
all,
no, you can leave him
stacking
if
that
you want
money.
to. You can leave him if you
You
want to,
should
but
be stacking
listen,
that money.
don't leave him until you got another man that's gonna pay all of that too. Let
Oh,
that other
well,
man
of course.
suffer through it because see, he don't care whether you stay there or not.
Yeah.
But the point that you are well taken care of until you done found you another one to move on to. Oh, they're gonna be
Yep.
mad at me for saying that. Like, did she
It's the
just say that?
truth.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
well.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
well.
Because y'all
They
gotta
say a
stop
whole
getting
lot of stuff
divorced and then
that
have to
annoy
start from
girls.
scratch and
Start
struggle.
from
No.
scratch and struggle. And these niggas is 10 steps ahead because they done set they shits up before while they was still with you.
Right.
Yep.
Like that's why
That's
I say
why.
it's like damn. It's like a part of it because again I know somebody who going through this. A part of it is like well damn bitch you done got this nigga queer and square because his wife done put him out the house. But damn.
What you do, you life insurance, whole life insurance
Insurance.
policies, okay?
Yeah.
Whole life
Yeah.
insurance policies, and of course, that little money he give you to go shopping with or whatever. See, I have a separate account which most
Yep.
women should. So, like for instance, I have I say we bought my grandmother's house, my grandfather's house, but really I did, and so that's my money. That's my money. He don't even try. He doesn't ask me what I have. He doesn't nothing. And then my daddy dropped by at least once a month and give me about $100 for the kids.
Yeah.
So I'm doing my what you call it, my little uh selling my gowns and stuff because I love it. That's why.
Yeah, it's your passion. As a woman,
Yeah.
I think we should
Yeah.
follow our passion. Make you happy.
And that's
Yeah.
that. It was the same thing when I was talking about going back on the road with the Great Danes and everything. That was one of those things that I love doing, but it was gonna take me away from the family and all like that. And I got it,
Yeah.
But at first, until my grandmother told me plain, I was like, yeah.
Mm.
So,
Grandmamas is good for that.
yep.
Yeah.
They good for that. Like I'm
Yep.
gonna be a great grandmama.
But
Anyway,
also,
ladies, we have been here damn near 2.5 hours.
2.5 hours.
Has it been 2.5 hours?
2 hours and 22 minutes.
Girl.
Because the first hour, because that shit was so long, the first hour I spent reading it.
Oh, okay. Like, 2 hours.
It was
Wow.
2 hours. All right, ladies, but I'm glad. Thank y'all so much for coming up. We need to get out of here. I'm
glad
hungry. I'm hungry.
Look, when I said I'll be right back, I went and got me some cantaloupe, okay?
Exactly.
I was sitting
I
here
can't
hungry,
wait.
but the
My
conversation
garden
was
is
good.
starting to grow. I can't wait. I need to take anybody want hot sauce because we're gonna have so many tomatoes and the jalapenos. I will send hot sauce wherever.
You can send me some
Wherever.
hot sauce, girl, if you want to. Please and
Okay.
thank you. My P.O. box is in the description. You can send me some hot
And you can
sauce.
go to mine and see mine in the description.
Let me tell you how. And then I'm gonna get off. But we had like our very first harvest. We had all these melons, and we had watermelons, we had cantaloupes, we had honeydew, we had all that, right? So, and we obviously we were giving it to family too, but we still had more. Now, our neighborhood is a mix of working class Black folk and some white folk, but they live down on the other end, on that end. So he said, "Hon, I'm just gonna take these melons and put them on people's porches. I said, Are you aware that you're white and you're putting melons on black people's porches?
Right.
No, he wasn't aware.
He was nowhere in his mind.
He was like, what?
Now, what's wrong with that, baby?
No, when she said it, then he thought about it. You know what? Oh. If you bring me, a white man bring me a watermelon, we got hard smoke.
God.
I'm like, this nigga trying to poison me. The white dude at the black. Fuck, don't ever let me have a stomach ache. I don't know he tried to kill me.
Now, I was like, you didn't even think about this, did you? He was trying to be sweet, though.
I get it. He was trying, but that shit would have came off whole bad.
Yeah, the wrong thing there, honey.
But take them these tomatoes. Take them these tomatoes now.
Oh my goodness.
Watermelon? No.
No. Nah, sis, don't do it.
So anyway, I will let you ladies go. I've had a good time talking to
I had a
y'all.
good time.
Everybody in the chat. I can't see the chat, but hey y'all, bye y'all.
Hey.
Bye, boo. Thank you so much. Oh, hey, okay, Jada. Thank you for coming as well. You know, you always hear from me or whatever.
I always got your back and riding for you or whatever.
I know what not, whatever.
Even though, look, I am going to have to start putting like a chip in your neck or something, okay? I'm going to have to bump into you and just put it in your neck. Because if you go MIA like that again, y'all, when I say usually she may respond or she may like heart the comment just to let me know she's still alive. But when I say she wasn't doing nothing, ask Couture Bay. I was like, Couture Bay, you heard from Jovi? Because in a minute I'm going to be calling her mama like, Mom.
My mama was calling me like, bitch, where are you? I was like, I'm about to die. Leave me alone.
She need to be motivated or something because it was like weeks were starting to go by. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
So I am happy that you are back. It looked like you on a consistent track.
I'm trying. I won't be here tomorrow, but I won't be here tomorrow morning, but I'll be here at 6 because I got shit to do in the morning time. But I'm here. I'm back and I'm here. I'm here.
All right, y'all. So Jovi Beauty is back. Make sure you like this video. Subscribe if you like the vibe because we know some of y'all is new here. Make sure you share if you care because this has been a great conversation as usual. You can find her on all sorts of social media as Jovi Beauty, which includes Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and baby, even her Cash App is Jovi Beauty. So if you would love to drop her a tip at any given time, even when we ain't live, you just want to say, sis, I was thinking about you and what you said earlier, and it blessed me. So I'm going to drop this cash on you. Feel free to go ahead and do it.
Thank you, ma'am.
Feel free to go ahead and do it. All right.
Appreciate y'all.
And I hope that everybody have an awesome day. I am Jada LaRue from Feminine Melanin channel, and I will see you all soon. Bye.
Bye, boo. Wait. Okay, hold on. Okay, guys. Let me take these headphones off. Woo! Oh, oops. I hope y'all had, listen, let me tell y'all, this was a whole last minute live. I wasn't feeling well. My stomach was acting a mess. I was like literally, it was 5:30 before I realized. I still thought it was like 4 o'clock, but we did our thing, and the freaking content was amazing. Thank you everybody who's jumped up on here. Couture Bay, Jada, Jamie, everybody. Jamie doesn't have a page, but Couture Bay has a page. Jada has a page. Support your sisters. And as always, like I said, tomorrow morning, I have to return some shit. I gotta go visit family. I got shit to do. Okay, I will see y'all tomorrow at 6 p.m. on the dot. All right, and as always, I hope you live your life like it's golden. Summer baby, we're not doing this. She just pop up in here 2 minutes to go. I can't with her. As always, I hope you live your life like it's golden. And, damn it. Please live your life like it's golden, because there's no other way to live it. God damn it. Bye.